Corpse Party Blood Drive, Chapter 6, Book of Shadows. Kishinuma's probably looking all over for me by now. Maybe I should head back. Although, I really do need to unseal all the pillars as soon as I possibly can. Oh, and we're just in it. There's no cutscene. First episode that doesn't start. Alright, just give me a second. I need to close my window. It's glaring on the screen. Okay, yeah, because I couldn't see the room before. I could just see a darkness. She was just in a dark void. Okay. Oh, I'm in the second wing. Okay, can I go in here? Oh, there's something on the floor. Drain is clogged with an excessive amount of wet hair. The gouts out eyeballs rolling around in the sink. Oh, shit. Right, flashlight. Shit. I always forget. There's something on the floor here. Bandage obtained. Good, I'm probably gonna need it. The urinal's drain is clogged with human hair, and there are swarms of dead bugs caught in it. The odor emanating from here is rather overpowering. Okay, anything in here? The music made it seem like there was gonna be a big surprise. Okay. I see you. There's a tripwire stretched across the floor here. The wire has been safely removed. Oh, hello. A name tag rests beside the corpse. Jima Academy Kai, Class 2-4, Hiroko Akachi. Committed suicide to escape Red Helm. Ah, so that's what they call that thing. The Red Helm, with the big axe. Oh, that's concerning. Down here. There's something on the floor here. Talisman obtained. Thank you. Oh shoot. I keep stepping on stuff. Let's go this way. Oh, fudge! Why are they still here? The Arceus Cube began reacting to something. Okay. Does that mean there's a pillar over there? Up or down? Because there's a guy up, so I'm assuming I go down. Can I go in here? Are they gonna chase me in here? Ah! Okay, they're not chasing me. No corpse here. Okay. This side of the piano is encrusted with a copious amounts of human blood and flesh. It must have struck someone with an amazing force and speed. Well, it wasn't Inumaru, because he dodged it. Oh, I see that. There's tripwire stretched across the floor here. You're not all gonna get me. The wire has been safely removed. There's something on the floor here. Batteries obtained. Thank you. Okay, any corpses in here? My brightness is still wonky, so I'm really worried about missing stuff. Okay. Guess there's no corpses in here. Alright, is he gonna be right there still? Oh, fudge. Okay, that's not fair. I pressed the spacebar and she wasn't interacting with it, so I went to move away from it and she hit it. Okay. Whatever. Okay. There are assorted human organs stuffed inside the cabinet. Okay, how do I get around this? This is right here? Okay. Come on. Look at her. Look at the girl. Oh my gosh. Why do I have to be in a specific spot? A name tag rests beside the corpse. Hinagaoka, Girls High, Class 3-3, Meiko Yuda. Pushed from great height by friend who succumbed to darkening. Oh, that's sad. Okay. Oh, save. Alright, so it's the same. You can run, but you can't hide. I will chase you until you've died. Great. There's a locker here. Okay. It's just the same. Can I go in here yet? There are sounds of angry spirits emanating from within the room. It would be best not to go in there right now. Okay, is this guy still here? Is there anything around here? Or he's gonna start chasing me. Yeah. New corpse in here? There's a locker here. Oh, now I can just enter it. Cool. Anything around here? Oh, is that a corpse? No, that's just wood. Okay, no corpse. Fine. Wait, can I see anything on the other side? Just the door if one's not there anymore. I wasn't sure if this is gonna take place. Oh, there's a corpse. A name tag rests beside the corpse. East Kawaki, middle class, 2-4, Erika Shibuya. Head split open by an axe or axe-like implement. I'm pretty sure it was an axe. It was just a big axe. Okay. Does that mean there's anything in here? Any corpses? No? Okay. Oh, I don't think I can use this door, can I? Oh, I can. Okay. Oh, for frig's sakes. Okay, I have a talisman. I want to be able to look around the room. She's not darkened, is she? No, okay. Are there any other talismans around here, though, maybe? Nothing here. Anything new here? Heavenly Host elementary class journals line the shelves, opening when it seems like every page has been completely overwritten with hurtful comments about the students and teachers whose names appear therein. Alright, that's the same. And there's no corpse here. Don't tell me I wasted a talisman on a room I don't need anything in. Why is the gem reacting from so far away? Oh, I thought that's a corpse. I almost missed it. Let me look at it. This shelf seems to be devoted to graduation speeches from each year Heavenly Host was operational. Paging through some of them, though, there's a definite theme. Each speech is from someone who's transferred to Heavenly Host and talks about what he or she wants to do before dying. Okay, no. A name tag rests beside the corpse. Hinagaoka Girls High faculty Yoshihiro Otsuka. Decapitated with sharp blade. Great. Oh, it was probably up. But there was a guy in the doorway, so... Because I don't think I can go up anymore. I'm gonna save. Okay. I'll try going up, but I don't think I can. Yeah, it's just this room. I wonder where this is. Yeah. I didn't think I could go back. The bell is too loud to bear. You cannot proceed any farther. Yeah. I figured that was the case. Okay, can I run yet? Oh. Stop hurting yourself. Yeah, there's a guy right there. How am I supposed to... Okay. Nope. Not that door. Okay, we're going in that room. Okay. They don't follow me in the room, though. The name tag rests beside the corpse. Kodaku Yanagiya Kai, Class 3-1, Tetsuya Suzuki. Suffered heart attack. Oh, that is unfortunate. Okay. Okay. There's a burned rat inside this heater. There seems to be something inside the cabinet, but the door is sealed shut. Attempts to open it suggest that it's not even a real door. It's basically just a model. What about this one? Some loose candies are scattered around inside the cabinet. They seem to have been there for a long time, as they look and smell oddly moist, and are surrounded by various bugs. Oh, freak, I saw it. Okay. Why would I want to go over here? Was there supposed to be something here? Oh, there's a part underneath. Okay. I'm gonna save down here, just in case these guys kill me. And I think I need to get him to chase me, because he's guarding the door I want to go in, so... Okay, please stop being tired. Yep. Okay, there they are. So there's just 3 of the same dude? No, stop. Stop stopping. Go, 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 go. Yep, go. Okay, that's why I saved. No, game over, not a wrong end. Okay. Okay, I gotta try to get them to follow me. Oh, okay. You're not the one I want to follow me, though. Yep. Okay, I want this guy over here to follow me. Nope. This one. Okay, in these doors. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. There's a burned rat inside this heater. Oh, is this just where rats like to hang out? Anything over there? No. Okay. There's a covered mirror. Is there anything before I do that? Okay, it's either the window or the mirror. Not the window. You shouldn't move it. You shouldn't look. That girl's going to die. Remove cloth. I slowly removed the cloth covering the object. What I found beneath it was, by all appearance, just an ordinary mirror. Nothing but my own reflection stared back at me. Phew. Yep, didn't think so. What? I didn't even move. Oh, there's Sachi. I stared into the glass dumbfounded as a shadowy figure in the black dress appeared right behind me, shrouded in an eerie mist. She's gonna stab you. The figure held a hatchet in her right hand and was raising it into the air to strike. Step away from the mirror. Oh. My neck split open from the phantom impact and blood spurted out. From the corner of my eye, I could see Sachi in the mirror, swinging her hatchet down on me again, and despite my best efforts, I couldn't move a single muscle to dodge. She continued to hack at me, again and again. Whenever the hatchet struck me in the mirror, my wounds grew bigger in reality. This was most definitely not an illusion. Alright, is that a wrong end? In the next instant, my vision spun 360 degrees, my head corkscrewing closer and closer to the floor. I heard and felt a loud thud, followed by a painful roll, until I finally came to rest. I now had a perfect view of the ceiling. From behind me, I could hear the sound of blood gushing into the air from the gaping hole above my neck. I only had a few seconds of sight left before my consciousness would fade completely. And in those seconds, my sight was already beginning to blur. But just as the darkness was beginning to set in, someone approached my head, crouched down beside it, and stared directly into my failing eyes. It was Nakashima, drenched in blood, with a satisfied look on her face. Why? I tried with every ounce of will left in my body to get even just that single word out, but there would never be any movement or sound from any part of me ever again. In what was to be my very last moment of life, Nakashima's face removed itself from my line of vision, and then... Briefly, I saw her shoe coming towards me. There was a spinning sensation for a split second, and then, finally, unceremoniously, I was gone. There's the wrong end. Okay. Wrong end. Try shaking off Sachi. My neck split open from the phantom impact, and blood spurted out. Is this the same? Just different visual? Yeah, okay, never mind. Okay, I'm gonna try using an item. I've got batteries, I've got the Argus Cube. My reflection, moving independently, held her hand towards the mirror as if to say, "Give it here!" Half on instinct and half on pure supposition, sorry. I motioned like I was handing the Argus Cube to this other me. Suddenly something fell out of my hand onto the floor, with a substantial clang. I bent down to look a little more closely at it, and found it to be a crystal glimmering with purple light. And as with the other pillar crystals, this light was emanating from within the stone itself. There was no mistaking it. Base obtained. Okay. The fifth pillar is the base. It's the mirror pillar, which sees through everything. I glanced back up at the mirror, and again, as anticipated, Sachi was no longer visible. Only I was reflected. Well, what about Nakashima? What about Naomi? Thank God, only one more to go. But just then... The nearby window began to rattle and groan, and from the corner of my eye, could see several black crows fly past it outside. When I turned to look, I found the number to be well more than expected. It was nothing but crows, as far as the eye could see. Oh, hey! In the very center of a dark, mostly empty room, I patiently sat on a sofa with my legs crossed. I must have looked like the king of darkness. With a smug grin on my face and a glass of fine red wine in my hand, my goblet, if you will. It won't be long now before Ayumi completes the hexagram. I pulled a stone from my pocket. It was the same design as the Argus cube I'd given to Ayumi, though it had a different glow to it. This is no charm, girl. Like Argus with his 100 eyes, I've got you firmly in my sights, Ayumi. It's a wonder you haven't caught on yet.
さてと、それじゃあ宴の準備を始めるとするか。俺のブックオブシャドウズの受け皿を仕上げないとな。
Now then, I should start making preparations. My Book of Shadows must have a proper receptacle after all. Is that Yuka?
Yuka-ji, なんなのここ?
Yo, Yukes, where the hell are we? Oh, we're not even going to show how he got them there, he just did?
さつきちゃん、私から離れちゃダメだよ。離れたらもう会えなくなっちゃう。
Oh, I guess he used the stones that he has. Never mind.
Satsuki, don't leave my side, okay? If you do, we might never be able to see each other again. そうなのやだよ。Yuka-ji, うちらずっと一緒でしょ?
What? That would blow. Yukes were supposed to be best buds forever, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Yep, okay.
お待たせ、ゆかちゃん。
Sorry to keep you waiting, Yuka.
ずいぶん長いしっこだったね。何してたの?
That was a long-ass pee break. What were you doing in there anyway?
Where is my big brother?
どうも見失ってしまったようだ。行こう、ゆかちゃん。一緒にお兄ちゃんを探そう。
I seem to have lost track of him somewhere. Come on, Yuka. Let's go find him together.
Okay. Yuka-ji, こいつ絶対怪しいよ。気を許しちゃダメだよ。
This guy's totally up to something, Yukes. Don't let your guard down.
I won't. Big brother, where are you?
There was no response to her call.
Yuka-ji, 大丈夫だよ。兄くん、きっと見つかるって。
Yukes, it'll be okay. We'll find him.
ねえ、ここ何なわけ？どんな手品使ったの？一度気を失ったんだけど、私ら。
So what is this place anyway? And what kind of crazy trick did you use to get us here? I think we were both out cold for a sec back there.
あんたさ、うさんくさいっつうか、なんか企んでるオーラ出まくり。
Something just ain't right about this whole situation. I'm getting some seriously guilty vibes from you. Satsuki's tone was harsh, though it felt forced enough that I could tell there was some modicum of anxiety behind it.
こんな廃校に連れ込んで、ひどいことする気じゃないでしょうね。
You better not have lured us to this abandoned schoolhouse so you could try anything funny. I've got my eye on you. I just kept my mouth shut. There was no point in saying anything. This person wasn't worth the effort. It behooved me just to keep walking and hope she'd shut up. Alright, can we go over here? The rain is coming down hard, so it would probably be best not to venture far outside. Okay, fine. Or chips, okay.
Ah, ごめん。なんかエネルギー切れちゃってさ。ゆかちも食べる?
Oh, this? Sorry, it just feels like my energy's running low. You want some Yukes?
ゆかは大丈夫。 No, I'm okay. Though, I've always wondered, where do you keep all those potato chips?
I got a bunch of different varieties tucked away.
私のスカートの中には常に各種のポテチが装填されてるのさ。おすすめは幸せのバター味。
I got a bunch of different varieties tucked away under my skirt. My personal recommendation is the happy butter flavor. Delicious. Yuka seemed to be scared out of her gourd when we arrived, but if nothing else, the Satsuki girl's weird behavior seemed to have broken her out of her shell a little. Okay.
I think it was this way.
Oh, can I be Satsuki? Aww. From somewhere in the distance, we could hear an upbeat, most carnival-esque tune playing very loudly. The sound of which was accompanied by the crunch of Satsuki's potato chips, which she was busily chomping away at. This sure is something else, Ukes. Munch munch. How'd you find this place anyway? Why?
I've actually been here before, but, well, something's different now.
Oh, hey, Ukes, you want some?
Thanks, Satsuki, but I'm good for now.
Okay. Oh, I can be him too. I want to be Satsuki. Oh my god, it's playing everywhere? Oh, for frick's sakes, this sucks. It was bad enough in one room, but now it's in all the rooms? Why? Oh my god. Sadly, an unmistakable and ultra-familiar sound of flesh being crushed is nearly audible from the other side of the door. This room seems to have already been consumed. Consumed? What do you mean consumed? There's a tripwire stretched across the floor here. Yep. There's also a phantom. The wire's been safely removed. Yep. There's a tripwire stretched across the floor here. The wire's been safely removed. Well, okay, 1 second. No, okay, hi. I'm good. Oh, frig, I'm gonna get killed. I haven't saved yet, wait. No, not options. Shoot. Oh, okay. Way to really help the situation there, Spaces. Oh my god, it's this music. I can't think straight. Oh, okay. Please don't be following me, spirit. Okay, I think I'm good. Can there be batteries around here, please? And can the music stop soon? Okay, there's something over there. Not batteries, I mean bandages. Yep. This horseshoe cubby somehow got it's transformed into flesh and its insides were ripped out. There's a tripwire stretched across the floor here. The wire's been safely removed. Oh my god. There's a scorch marks on the corner cubby along with a lingering smell of burning flesh. Yep, that's you. Yep. There's something on the floor here. Talisman obtained. Thank you. I'd actually like a battery more right now. Or bandage, frig. One of the cubby's houses, an old forgotten pair of indoor shoes appearing. Yep, okay, that's the same. Okay. Okay. Stop moving and you die. There are sounds of angry spirits emanating from within the room. It would be best not to go in there right now. Cool. Oh my god, I just want to get out of here. And I also don't want to ever have to do this again, so... Okay, I like that. Can I go in here? This is horrible. Okay. Oh, where's my safe? Oh, it's gone. The door's fixed to the wall like a model. It shows no indication of it was ever meant to be opened. Okay. What about this one? Oh my god, make the music stop. Oh, there's a body here. Oh, for freak's sake, I just died. Oh my god, my ears. Okay, we're back in this room. There's a corpse up here. And a tripwire. Stretch across the floor. Wire's been safely removed. Name tag rests beside the corpse. Sobutai Junior High Class 3A Emi Nagano. Spilled highly acidic chemicals on her head. Okay, cool. Uh-huh. That sounds like a fun way to die. Anything new? Yeah. Is this the same? Something moving? Oh, black moth. Never mind, that was a different one. Can you hear me okay? Oh, of course I can't use this one. Okay, walk. Please. Oh, shit. I saw it. I'm sorry. Corpses in here. Wait. No, there's just a hole. Oh, come on, stop it. That's another. I see it. Tripwire stretched across the floor. It has been safely removed. Anything? What's around here then? Is there nothing in here? Dang it! The back of the shelf is completely infested with bugs. Yep, this is the same. Oh, got some batteries. Cool. Okay, cool. I didn't want I know I kept saying batteries. I actually meant bandages, though. Okay, he's in this room, right? Oh, bandage. Thank you. Okay, I think this was the room with the chair. Oh. There's a body there. The strip wire stretched across the floor here. The wire's been safely removed. There's a trip wire stretched across the floor here. The wire's been safely removed. A name tag rests beside the corpse. Takamori Trade School Class 3C Shiguda Morimura. Let out and stomach was sliced open. Okay, it's not the room with the chair where... Okay, he said it was in the basement school, I guess. Okay, maybe the bathroom? I'm gonna walk in case I get chased and need to run. Corpses, troop wires. Something inside the cabinet, bandage obtained. Cabinet door closed in place like a model. Won't move. Even the slightest bit. Within the glass, an image of the person's face can be seen with nice flashes all over it. Oh, I see you. Tripwire stretched across the floor here. Its wire has been safely removed. Skull. The name tag rests beside the corpse. It can barely be called that. Hinata High Class 27 Toshinari Nakajima. Thoroughly crushed and disfigured. Okay, cool. Oh, there's a tripwire stretched across the floor here. The wire's been safely removed. There's something on the floor here. Talisman obtained. Cool. No, nothing else. Okay. I'm trying to look fast so that I don't have to do all this again. Okay. Whoa! Shoot. Oh, thank goodness. Didn't get me. There's a tripwire stretched across the floor here. Wire has been safely removed. Save, thank goodness. Okay. Oh god, there's a face. I'm taking the room before I look at the face. Yeah, okay, there's a corpse. It is corpse party. Yeah, can I look at it? Come on, it's right here. A name tag rests beside the corpse. Minoda, agricultural custodian Misao Ito. Succumbed to the mental fatigue. Okay. What is that? The stain in this urinal resembles a human face. Yeah, it does. Okay, we're not supposed to go to the bathroom then. Okay. Let's save again. Oh, okay. We're gonna use the batteries. Steps across the floor here. The wire's been safely removed. Is it still the eyes? Yep. Okay, you go that way. I keep forgetting. Oh, I thought there was water back there. Okay. Yep, this is the same. Okay. Is there anything in here I want? Oh, corpse. A name tag rests beside the corpse. East Kawaki Middle Class 2-4 Hiromi Shimamura. Burned after clothes were set alight by burner in science lab. Oh, that's fun. Okay. There is a tripwire stretched across the floor here. The wire's been safely removed. Oh, shoot. Okay. I had talismans. Good. Was there anything in here that I remember? No. I couldn't do it. Alright. Okay, back where I started. Oh, I didn't go up north. In the middle above the entrance. Okay, go that way then. Locked if you don't want me going in. I guess I can use it to run away, couldn't I? Okay. And my tripwire. Keeping my eye out. Shoot, was it a tripwire? I didn't see it. Okay. Over here. Can I go in here and stop the music? Nothing but a gaping hole in the middle of the gym. So Satoshi's not in here. Are you sure he's anywhere? And where exactly are we again? This little ass munch is really starting to piss me off. I made sure it didn't show on my face, but I was not happy with the twerk one bit. This is a place that's been haunted by a lot of really scary ghosts. Me, my brother, and all of his friends were trapped in here once before. I'm sorry, I'm not doing her voice. I can't yell her voice. What? Ha ha ha. You almost had me there for a sec. See, didn't expect you, of all people, to start telling scary stories. Just don't leave my side, Satsuki. It's dangerous. Okay. Okay. They said there was nothing but the hole, so... try him for a bit, I guess. Oh, there's nothing. Electric wires. Making it hard to get to. Okay. There's something on the floor here. Batteries obtained. Oh, hi. Who are you? Okay, I don't know who that was. There have to be someone else to do it. There's no longer a presence here. Okay. Oh, shit. Tripwire. Okay, getting hurt. Oh my gosh, I need to stop. Okay, so what was the point of the tripwire? Just so I can go through that way? Okay. Anything down here? No? Large insects of questionable species determination seem to be eating one another inside this sink. Perhaps it would be best not to get anywhere near them. Nothing in here but an eyeball with a fork sticking out of it. A dark mist is seeping out from the cracks all along the sliding door. Opening it seems like a very bad idea. There's a face burned into the screen and it looks astoundingly alive, like we could start moving at any moment. A name tag rests beside the corpse. Hinata High Class 27 Fudo Narita. Scalded by boiling water. It's an old-fashioned heater, though there's no oil left in it. Okay. Now what? I think I've been, like, everywhere. I went in here, right? Yeah, this is where I just was. Okay. Can I go in here? Now, this is where the presence was, right? No. Okay, yeah, I was in here. Okay, sorry. Okay. Did I miss something? Oh, wait, there's a corpse. A name tag rests beside the corpse. Takamori Trade School, Class 2A, Shuta Ino. Head crushed between gym doors. Why weren't they in front of gym doors then? You know what I mean? Still can't do this now. Yep, okay. Hopefully there'll be a save back in this building. Oh, the music won't even stop when I leave? We've already searched in here. Let's try somewhere else. Okay, where do you want me to go then? Wait, there's a corpse. The name tag rests beside the corpse. East Kawaki Middle Class 2-4 Yuta Totsuka ultimately succumbed to fatigue after breaking both arms from push downstairs. Okay. All the trophies displayed in this case have been vandalized or outright destroyed. The rewards displayed here all have been vandalized in curses and hexes. Sadly, unmistakable and all too familiar sound of flesh being cursed is too clearly audible from the other side of the door. This room is clearly already fallen prey to the Nirvana. Oh my gosh, then where do I go? Did I miss something in here? Okay. I don't understand. What am I missing? I've been everywhere in the building. Haven't I? Is there anywhere I haven't been? Maybe on the other side? I don't know. This music is literally driving me crazy. Yep, okay. Maybe the gym had more to do. That's what the last cutscene was. Oh my god, you need to let me just go. I can't stand this music, so I don't like walking. Okay, yep. I'm so sorry. Going back to where there was a cutscene, so as you see, maybe there was actually something in that room to look at and to do something to trigger where I was supposed to go right next, and I don't like this music at all. Okay, yeah, I'm supposed to approach the hole. My bad. See if... okay, she could have been like, oh, what if Satoshi fell in? Okay, I gotta stop the music way sooner.
深い穴。この廃校超やばいんじゃないの？
Damn, this hole goes down pretty deep. Isn't this rundown old shit shack like a super dangerous place to be?
ちょっと力入れただけで崩れちゃいそうだよ。ここ相当ボロいっしょ。
I bet even a gentle breeze could knock this place to the ground. It's pretty much totaled. Don't push her. Don't do it. Don't do it. She was really trying my patience. I began positioning myself behind her, very slowly.
ミストさん、お兄ちゃん、ここにもいないみたいです。
Big brother really doesn't seem to be here, Masudo.
わかった。次へ行こうか。
I can see that. Let's head somewhere else. Okay, where? At least the music stopped. Oh, thank God, another cutscene.
少し疲れたみたいだね。大丈夫？水でも飲むかい？ゆかちゃん。
You seem a little tired. Are you okay, Yuka? Do you want a drink of water?
ゆか、大丈夫です。
I'm fine.
私もらうわ。
I'll take some.
よく飲む。
Thirsty much?
やっと口聞いたね。私と
And he finally addresses me.
ポテチで塩分取りすぎるからちゃんと水も飲めってお母さんがいつもうるさくてさ。
My mom's just always telling me to drink a lot of water since there's so much salt in potato chips.
お母さん。お前の家はいい両親か。
Your mom, huh? Do you have good parents?
さあね。放任主義イコール自由の提供って意味ならいい親なんじゃない？
Oh, depends on if you think hands-off parenting is progressive or lazy. I'd say they're pretty good, though.
そうか。
I see.
捨てとけってか。
You want me to throw it away now?
男だろ。つうか自分から手を出して殻を受け取ろうとするぐらいにジェントルが欲しいわ。ね、ゆかち。
You're a dude. You handed it to me, and you should be the one to dispose of it when I'm done. That's the mark of a true gentleman. Back me up on this, Ukes. Huh? Oh, yeah.
聞いてなかったでしょ。
You weren't even listening, were you? Okay. And we're back to wandering. Oh.
どうしたの？さつきちゃん。
What's wrong, you Satsuki?
水飲みすぎた。ダメだ。膀胱マックスだわ。ポンポンペインだわ。
I drank way too much water. My bladder is at max right now. It's fit to burst. Okay, now we have an objective. Go to the bathroom. Cool. I can do that. Oh, there's glass there. Oh my god. There's some kind of vicious chunky liquid in this bucket that looks equal parts blood and vomit. Cool. Not my favorite chapter. I thought the stuff with Kuon getting all weird would be my least favorite chapter, but nope, nope. This is definitely so far my least favorite chapter. Alright, get Satsuki to the bathroom. At least it's not Yuka for once. Alright, save.
あれ、女子トイレだよね。ちょっと待っててよ。私、しっこ行ってくる。
Is that the girls' bathroom over there? Wait up for a sec. I gotta pee. Okay.
漏れる。しっこしっこしっこ。
Oh, no! Oh, can't hold it. Pee, pee, pee. Oh, no.
ミ ストさんはどうしてここを知ってるんですか？ How do you know about this place, Masudo?
知りたいかい？
You really want to know?
このネハンとコアの入れ物、新ブックオブシャドウズの持ち主だからさ。
I'm the bearer of the new Book of Shadows, the container for this nirvana and its core.
まだ予定だけどね。
Or I will be, anyway.
よしきー
Big brother!
お兄さんの声か。急いだ方が良さそうだ。
That was your brother's voice. You should hurry and catch up with him then. Okay.
めっちゃ出た。
Oh, it wasn't full of blood? It said that room had been eaten. Alright, whatever. I thought those floodgates were never gonna close. Good thing I had some tissues with me. Huh?
やめてよ。ゆかちどこ？
Hey, this isn't funny. Where you at, Ukes? Oni? Or sorry, Big Brother!
何？下行ったの？待ってゆかち！
What? Did she go downstairs? Ukes, hold up! Oh, there's the water. Oh. No. Satsuki's throat began to convulse. She was no longer able to form words. She could only moan. Blood began flowing up through her esophagus and dribbling down her chin. Oh, fuck. Are you serious?
ジェンタル
Gently now.
ああ、顎が割れちまったか。首も曲がってるな。まだ中学生なのに、かわいそうだな。
Oh my. It seems your jaw's broken, and your neck's not looking very straight either. Such a pitiful thing to happen to someone who's only in middle school.
隠しといてやるよ。今のお前は醜すぎて見るに耐えない。
Let's hide that face of yours, shall we? I can't even bear to look at you right now. You're so sickening. She just fell down the stairs. A repulsive sight indeed. I took the pocket tissues from Satsuki's hand and placed 2 sheets over her face. They soaked through with blood almost immediately, turning practically invisible in the process.
もうおやすみ。どんなに生意気で無駄に抵抗する人間でも、死んでただの物体となった瞬間、静かで可愛い存在となる。
Already asleep? No matter how annoying or resistant they were, they are always so quiet and cute when the life leaves their body and turns them into mere
お
things.
前も可愛くなれるよ。
Even a pissant like you will be cute soon enough. Her breathing became more and more erratic as her body rocked with convulsions. The last thing she'd hear before departing this mortal coil would likely be my footfalls as I walked down the stairs, away from her. Big brother, where are you? I can't run anymore.
ゆか
Big brother? Yeah, I figured.
Masudo.
お兄ちゃんは死んだ。
Your brother's dead.
What?
お兄ちゃんはね、残念ながら幸の呪いに勝てなかった。ほら、あそこを見なよ。
Sadly, he didn't stand a chance against Sachi's curse. See? Take a look over there. On the floor where I was pointing, there was a mass of organic matter. The only identifiable elements remaining on this clump of meat were a tuft of black hair and the tattered, bloody remains of what used to be a white shirt. Cool if you'd show that.
それがお兄ちゃんだ。
That's your brother.
嘘だよ。そんなの嘘だよ。No, no, it can't be.
すまない。助けられなかった。最後まで君の名前を呼んでいたよ。
I'm sorry, I couldn't save him. He was calling your name until the bitter end, too. That's not true! Big Brother's fine. He told me last night. Big Brother. It can't be true. It can't be true.
ああ。ちなみに、さつきちゃんもいなくなったよ。
But it is. And on top of that, Satsuki's dead too. What?
俺がね、蹴り殺したんだ。ほら。
I kicked her down the stairs myself. Wanna see?
「階段から蹴り落としたらよ。顎がばっくり割れてさ。
I kicked her, and when she hit the bottom, her jaw split clean open.
ヒューヒュー言ってたよ。あのあどけない中学生。
Fucking middle school ditz was all wheezing and sputtering.
これだ。これだよ。俺が求めてたのは。
Yes, this is it. This is what I've been seeking.
さすが天神小機関車。霊力のオーラが半端ねえな。
Just what I'd expected from a heavenly host survivor. Your spirit aura is off the charts.
どうしてこんなことするの？ Why are you doing this?
さあ、どうしてだろうな。ここに連れてきたのは、そうだな。お前には利用価値があるからだ。
Why am I doing this? The reason I brought you here is, yes, because I can use you.
持田聡。てめえの妹。
Satoshi Mochida, your little sister.
もらうぞ
Is mine! Now all that remains is...
あゆみ、お前との共同作業を残すのみだ。
our little group project, Ayumi. Oh, great. I wonder where the last pillar is. Is that a bell? There were no bells at Heavenly Host before. Could it have something to do with the final pillar? Okay, so you want me to go up to the tower, don't you? Is there anything over there? Let me just check to make sure nothing new is here. Oh god, hello. Put them in the heater. Burned rat. There's something inside the cabinet. Staircase key obtained. Aha! So it does want me to go to the staircase, and if I had gone there without the key, that would have freaking sucked. Okay. Yep, I already got that. Okay. Yep. Oh shit. The bell sure sounds a lot closer now. Is it above me? Yeah, I know where I'm going. The big, spiral staircase thingy. The big tower thing where friggin' Yoshikazu is. Alright, the bells aren't too loud for me now. I see, all the other pillars had to be taken before this one. This place didn't exist in the last Heavenly Host. Okay. I climbed the long, winding staircase that snaked its way up the walls of the tower. And I hugged those walls the whole time. The entire central area was wide open with nothing but a rickety old guardrail between me and the very, very long fall. As I climbed higher and higher, the Argus Cube's light began to blink more and more intently. It has to be here. Sure is high up, though. Suddenly, the bell toll rang out louder and clearer than before, with such intense, unavoidable force that I was completely frozen in my tracks and instantly in pain. The same sound had been heard multiple times since arriving in the Nirvana, but this was the first time it had been so overbearing. Not true! When he first showed up, it was. Even with fingers in my ears continued to pulsate, resonating with the incredible noise. The sound was just too all-encompassing to block out, present even when absent. It hurts! My eardrums are going to burst! I braced myself for the next toll, expecting it to be the end, but it didn't come. And though the ringing never quite left my ears, it did slowly begin to abate, if only slightly. That was really scary. I hope there aren't any more loud sounds. Cool. Let's keep going. There's Yoshikazu. Is it gonna say it's Yoshikazu this time? It's the body of Yoshikazu Yanagihori. In addition to being crucified, he's also had a stake driven through the back of his head. Yoshikazu, what have they done to you? Yep. What about it? Oh, that wasn't you? Did I just hear a voice, or was that still the ringing? I could have sworn that was the unmistakable voice of Sachiko Shinozaki. Why would he be here, and who would have done this to him? Okay. Is that meaning Sachiko's actually sad that he's gone? Or... he was a good guy before she corrupted him. I had no idea stairs could be this tiring. Use the staircase key. Thank goodness I got it. Okay. Oh, shoot. Magari grabbed the now primal beast-like Azusa by the hair and pinned her down. Ugh, hold still, you little bitch. How cute. She thinks she can overpower me. Even if I took her back to the real world, though, she'd never be appointed executive officer now. Okay, 1 second. I gotta take the dog out. 1 sec. Alright. Alright. Oh, no, get off. Get down. Okay, okay. I'm going. Let me get my socks on. Oh, you're a real pain in the ass, you know that, hmm? A tall shrine with a bell could be seen from the window. And from its peaks, there were 6 columns of light stretching upward. A Yumi? Did she really gather all of them? Is she out of her fucking mind? At long last I'd reached the top, and there it was, the 6th pillar, in all its horrifying glory. It looked like some bizarre growth coming down from the roof, composed entirely of long dead corpses. I observed it in horror, mouth agape, as a fluttering winged insect scraped up against my ear canal. All the corpses' necks had red, ceremonial-looking markings emblazoned upon them. This 6th and final pillar was the crown. And what a sight it was. Okay, let's go do it. Nothing over here first, right? That would suck. Okay. So this is the last one. I closed my eyes and reached out to try touching the markings on one of the corpses' necks. What the hell are you doing? Stop! Don't agitate the pillars more than you already have! You again, huh? Look, just stay out of my way. Stop! I'll take that. As she screamed, Masuda leaped in from out of nowhere and snatched the water pillar crystal Mercy from Megari's chest before she had any idea what was happening. Is that all you got, Magari of Mertuba? Masuda looked on in sick pleasure, sticking his tongue out playfully as Magari plummeted to certain doom. Satisfied, he then turned his attention towards the final pillar, which had just finished unsealing. Cool! They're all looking at us. The light began to shine even brighter. I could only watch, stunned and squinting, as this new spectacle unfurled before me. What is this? There was a powerful blast of wind, and then the pillar crumbled. Cool! Unbeknownst to me, the other pillars had crumbled as well. The entire school rumbled and shook beneath our feet. Oh god, I'm scared. What's happening? Somebody help me! Suddenly, the entire Nirvana was blanketed with impenetrable darkness. It's as if the whole place vanished, only to be replaced with an empty void. I could sense that I was crouched on the ground, clutching my forehead. I slowly raised my line of sight up, the faintest hint of a glow catching my attention. Above me, I could see the sky, though it was muted, distorted, and discolored, as if being filtered through a warped purple veil. It looked a bit like an aurora borealis. Or the aurora borealis. A few moments passed in relative silence, only for the stillness to be broken by a sound echoing from the sky above. It was reminiscent of ice cracking on the surface of a lake. The scenery that lay before me was like something out of a dream. Even then, after everything I'd been through, I had a tough time believing it was real. What's happened? Then there was another sound directly in front of me. I'd best describe it as a mass of metal collapsing to the ground. I turned my head down slightly and saw what looked like a piece of limestone with an eerie white glow. This was, I knew, the crystallized power of the final pillar.
これはこの柱の結晶だわ。
It's the last crystal. Crown obtained. I picked it up and almost immediately Masudo tossed the stone he'd taken from Bugatti over to me.
歩み、今までの結晶を全部出せ。
Ayumi, take out all the crystals you gathered.
やっと会えたの。そういうのって
That's a fine greeting after all this time.
いいから早く出して全部合わせてみる。
Formalities are meaningless. Take out the crystals and put them all together.
もう
Damn it. There was too much at stake for me to dwell on this. Begrudgingly, as instructed, I took the other crystals out from my pocket and fit them all together into a single object. They snapped into place snugly and with one final bright light fused inseparably. The result was a more or less round crystal with a black sheen, reminiscent of hematite. This, I would learn, was called Kabbalah Dogra, and it was now complete. Wow.
そっちを倒してみんなを生き返らせられるのね。
So with this, Sachi can be defeated, and all of my friends resurrected?
やったね。
Nicely done. Masudo flashed me a wry smile, but then... Ayumi... How are you not burned to a crisp?
アイコさん、よかった。無事だったのね。
Aiko, you're all right!
あゆみちゃん、聞いて。私、あなたに謝らなきゃいけない。
Ayumi, listen. I need to apologize to you. Her clothes had been burned in several spots, the skin underneath now black with ash or red with blood.
保健室。助かったわ。
The nurse's office. Thank goodness.
やけどの処置をできないかしら。
I wonder if there's... One second. I wonder if there's anything I can use here to treat burns.
幸のある日は
God.
水では消えない。ただの火じゃなかった。
What Sachi burned me with was spirit fire, so water's no good.
逆にそのおかげで大麻の護符を持っていた私は軽傷で助かったってところかしら。
Fortunately, spirit fire is susceptible to talismans, and I have plenty of those on me. That has to be what saved me.
でも肌は結構やけどしたわ。消毒しておかないと。
But my skin is pretty scorched. I'll need to disinfect it at least.
消毒。
Disinfect? What? I just took you out and I just... Disinfect? I leaned against the wall and smirked in spite of myself.
生き延びる気でいるの。私
Am I actually trying to survive in here?
帰る術を失ってた。ほんの少し生き延びてどうなの。
I have no way home anymore, so what's the point in trying to live any longer than I have to?
無敵の情報屋が笑っちゃうわね。ここの恐ろしさも知らずにのこのこやってきて、こんなやけどまで負って。
The invincible intelligence agent, huh? What a joke. I literally just walked right in here without a care in the world. Now look at me, burned to a crisp. I let myself slide down the wall until I was sitting. Then I stared out into the window, defeated and alone.
お姉ちゃん、
Sis,
また会えるのは半年後くらいなんて言っちゃったっけ。これじゃ次いつ会えるか。
did I say to her when I left? See you in half a year? Now I don't even know when I'll see her again.
会えないわよね。
No, that's not true. I won't ever see her again. I looked down at the floor and breathed a deep sigh.
なほちゃんとさやかちゃん、春雪くんのいるこの学校で運命を共に。それが私の定めよ。受け入れるわ。
My fate lies here in this school, huh? alongside Naho, Sayaka, and Harayuki. There's just no fighting it. I brought this on myself. I stood up and placed my hand on the infirmary door. So I'm going to continue fighting it anyway, until my final breath. So I guess I am trying to survive in here, even if it's just for one moment longer. When I opened the door, what I saw chilled me to my core. This was not a school infirmary. This was the clinic from Yoshi's home. What's going on? This isn't Heavenly Host. There was a person sitting at the desk. No, there's not. Her face wasn't visible from the back, but her identity seemed clear. There's no doubt about it. This was in the document I gave to Mugari Mizuki. It's the clinic from Yoshi Shinazaki's estate, so that must be Yoshi herself. The nurse was writing something in, presumably her journal, and was so focused on this task that she remained oblivious of everything else around her. Or at least, she seemed oblivious. If she did notice me, she didn't care. She just kept on writing. There she is. I was a fool. Right now, since Sachiko swallowed the Nirvana, things are peaceful. Who knows how long that will last? What's going to happen if Sachiko's life ends? I've analyzed the anagrams and determined that all of the spells written in this book are nothing more than theories. Not one of them has ever been properly tested. There are no success rates. There is no data of any kind. So why was I naive enough to attempt something so foolish? I've devoted everything I have, my blood, my soul, to an end that was destined never to succeed in the first place. Destined never to succeed? I'm afraid so. You've been striving towards a hopeless ideal this whole time. And Yoshi Shinozaki herself said all this? That can't be right. You told me I could bring them all back. If I can't, then what was the point? I began to shudder and my voice was going hoarse. Had I made the same mistake twice? Gone after a way to undo things only to make them far, far worse? Aiko could see how much this revelation was affecting me and bit her lip. She seemed like she'd finally succumbed to her own conscience. It's the same for me. Honestly, I was half in doubt the whole time, or I guess it would be more accurate to say I never actually believed you'd be able to do it. I'm sorry. I led you here to achieve my own goals. You? I wanted to see my friends who are gone. I wanted to hear their voices just one last time. This was like a new Aiko, bearing it all as opposed to hardening her heart like she always had. She wanted friends, and she'd finally made some. Now all she wanted to do was cherish them. Tears streamed down her cheeks faster than she could react to them. She quickly gave up on wiping them away, electing instead to look down and hide her face in her hands.
ご苦労。
Bravo. Before I even realized it, Masudo had snatched the Kabbalah Dagra from my hand with calculated precision.
何をす
What are you doing?
ご苦労、ご苦労。
Nice work. Bravo indeed. You...
人なんぞ生き返らねえよ。常識で考えろ。頭の中はお花畑か？
Humans can't be brought back to life. The very notion is absurd. Is your pea brain really so full of flowers and rainbows that you actually believed you could cheat death? Isuto's condemnation and contempt seemed to have even greater effect on Aiko than on me. Her face was racked with guilt and sadness. I was starting to share her expression, however, as the implications of his actions began to dawn on me. I fell backwards into a sitting position on the ground.
そもそもあの本はな、破壊が目的の本なんだよ。再生の書物ではない。本に認められれば強力な力が手に入る。それをてめえは。
The book was always meant to destroy, not create. There's not a single page in it about true revival. If the book acknowledges you, it grants you great power. That's it. And you.
なくしたたと？ったく、使えねえ女だな。
You lost it? You truly are a worthless bitch.
だが、そんなクズなてめえでも有効利用してやったんだ。感謝しな。
However, even garbage like yours isn't completely useless. You were crucial to my plan, and you should thank your lucky stars for that.
これこそ魔女どもの英知の結晶。歩み、てめえが失った本の中身だ。これさえあれば。
This is the crystallization of the wisdom possessed by the witches. It's everything from inside that book you so carelessly lost to Yumi. Everything. And with it...
新しいブックオブシャドウズを作ることができるんだよ。
I can create a new book of shadows. Masudo inserted the Nirvana's crystal into the depression in his book.
側なんてものは所詮入れ物だ。じいさんの残したこの写本で。
The skin is nothing more than a case, using the manuscript left behind by my grandfather. A sharp tone rang out, and the entire area was quickly bathed in a contradictory light, black as night yet bright as the noonday sun.
来た来た来た涅槃が拡大するぞ。
Yes, yes, yes! At long last, the Nirvana! It's spreading!
何よあれ
What is that?
これあれすげえだろ。
Take a look. Isn't it spectacular? There's the real world. So we were the orb in the sky. The sky had what looked like a giant gunshot in it, with spider-webbed cracks projecting outward from it, and the gunshot was now gravitating to a full-on gaping hole. And inside that hole, an upside-down view of the real world was clearly visible. It was nighttime, so everything was a little dark, but it was absolutely identifiably the world we knew. And in that world, small black green light objects began emanating from the floating orb, clustering like locusts and dancing across the sky.
先生見て
Miss Kuon, look! Through the fissures in the sky, we could see nighttime scenery from the real world.
なんだよあれ。まさかここって。
What is that? Don't tell me we're...
驚いたねどうやらこの場所は現世から空に見えていた黒い球体の内部みたいだね
This is a surprise. It seems this place is inside the black sphere we saw hanging over Tokyo.
ってことは現実世界に天神将がすでに現れていたってことですか。
Does that mean Heavenly Host has already appeared in our world?
そうなるね。恐ろしいことだわ。かろうじて両者を隔てていた壁がこのまま壊れてしまって、死後の空間と現世が融合しちゃったら。
By all appearances, yes. It's a rather terrifying prospect. If the wall that separates the real world and the ever after were to break, and the two should become one.
世界がどんなことになるのか想像もつかない。
I can't even imagine how this plane would manifest itself.
あっちの金のある塔の方が光ってる。行こう、先生。サトシ、岸沼も。
That shrine with the bell is fully lit now. Miss Kuon, Satoshi, Kishinuma, let's go! Yes, let's.
なあ。よしき、行くぞ。
Alright, come on, Yoshiki.
篠崎。どこ行っちまったんだよ。くそ。
Shinosaki, where the hell did you go? Damn it!
新ブック・オブ・シャドウズ。この本で涅槃の力を得た俺は幸の力をも凌駕する。
The new Book of Shadows. With it, I have obtained the full power of the Nirvana, the power to surpass Sachi.
その力でサッチを止めて。今も呪いを振りまいてるんでしょ。世界を救ってよ。
Okay, so use it and stop her. Her curse is spreading across the whole world, right? So save everyone.
これが結晶を集めた私たちの
God!
目的でしょ。
That's the whole reason they gathered these crystals, isn't it?
やだね。
Fat chance.
花からどうだっていいんだよ。世界もサッチもくだらねえ。この本を作るためにお前を動かしたんだからよ。
I don't give two shits about this world, or Sachi, or any of that. I just needed you so I could make this book.
やっぱり騙したのね。
So you were just using me after all?
うん、騙した。
Yeah, fucking duh. I was clenching my fist so hard that my scrawny arms were quivering. Try as I might to think of a response, there were just no words for this. All I could do was glare.
恨んだって構わねえぞ。だがもう手遅れだ。あの空のひびを見ろ。
Go ahead and hate me. You're too late to actually make any difference. You see that hole in the sky?
終わりの到来だ。現実世界は今ついに涅槃に侵食を許した。これで世界はじわじわと本当に詰まって死の世界となる。
It's the beginning of the end. The Nirvana has finally begun seeping into reality. The whole world will take a downturn now, falling prey to absolute chaos and death.
楽しいぜ。みんな狂ってさ。死んだけはね。いい働きをした。
Gonna be fun. Every single person on Earth will go stark raving mad. And it's all thanks to you, Ayumi Shinozaki.
お前がバカだったおかげで俺の望みが叶いそうだぜ。そういう意味では最高にイケてる死の女神といったところか。
Your utter obliviousness has ensured that my wish will be fulfilled. In a way, I suppose that makes you a death goddess, doesn't it? The most tragic and deranged one ever to exist.
腐りきってるこいつ。
He's beyond corrupt.
これで俺は
With this, I...
あなたの望みって何なの。
What are you even trying to do here?
復讐に決まってんだろ。
Get revenge, of course. Masudo slowly turned around, revealing a startlingly cold and expressionless face. Yet even if his features had no depth, his eyes shone with an almost cartoonish malevolence. He had quite literally become an embodiment of pure evil. From a spot in the real world that was clearly visible to us through the fissure in the sky, a large black monolith-like pillar suddenly sprouted out of the ground.
膨張した涅槃の力が向こうの世界に飛び出したか。エンティティウォールだ。
The Nirvana's power lust couldn't be sated by this dimension alone, so it would seem it's begun spreading there as well. That, my friends, is the entity wall.
ほら、力を見せてみろ涅槃。お前を制する者は誰だ。俺だよ。
Come on, Nirvana, that all you got? You can do better than that, and you will, because guess who's in control of you? That's right, I am! He pounded the book, and just like that, another entity wall formed. This time it spawned beneath a freeway, puncturing and utterly destroying it, scattering countless cars and bikes everywhere, every which way as if they were toys. No! What?
俺の推理です。ヤゴーラは死なずだ。
Ignorant fools. I'll show you my version of justice. The Yaguda will never die. Stop, please! I was an ass for believing in you.
そのアーガスクールでずーっとお前は監視されてたんだ。忠実な操り人形だ。
You certainly were. I was keeping track of you through that Argus cube the whole time. You were like a loyal puppet, doing my bidding without even knowing it.
この涅槃の力を結晶化できる。篠崎の血を引くお前だけ。
The only beings capable of crystallizing the power of the Nirvana are the inheritors of the Shinozaki bloodline, you see.
仕方ねえから、俺の代わりに涅槃のパワーを集めさせてやったのさ。しかし、こうも一気に現世と涅槃がつながるとはな。
So I had no choice but to let you do the dirty work in my stead. To think it would go this smoothly, though, it took almost no effort to link the Nirvana in the real world. You liar! You double-crosser! You traitor! You told me I could bring them all back!
そうギャーギャー騒ぐんじゃねえよ。
Whining like a baby can't save you now.
俺が新しい空の方が完成する。篠崎家の責務から解放してやろうってんだぜ。
The new grimoire will be perfect, and you won't have to worry your pretty little head about it anymore, because I'll be releasing you from your duties as Shinozaki. Understand? As a Shinozaki, sorry.
涅槃の力をコントロールする。
This book controls the full power of the Nirvana.
ブックオブシャドウズの力を継承するのはマルトゥバでもお前ら篠崎家でもない。
And the inheritor of the Book of Shadow's considerable power isn't going to be the Martuba's tomb, nor will it be you of the Shinozaki lineage. It will be me. I don't care who inherits it, as long as it's not a sick freak like you. Just give me the book. Think about how what you're doing would make Sis feel.
たかが死んだ人間が悲しむもんかよ。
Are you a fucking idiot? Nothing I do is gonna make some dead bitch feel a damn thing. Dead bitch? Don't tell me everything you said about Hino, it was a lie too. Misuto flinched slightly. I seemed to have struck a nerve. Though how deeply that nerve ran, I couldn't say. He recovered quickly, but still.
てめえの知ったことバカな妹のために簡単に全てを捨てて命まで貸し出し合いだったんだからな。
What of it? All you need to know is your sister was a dumbass, throwing everything away she'd worked for, and even sacrificing her own life to save the likes of you. My tear glands twitched in pain. Every negative emotion came flooding through me at once. I wanted to pounce on this man. I wanted to wring his neck. I wanted him to die.
てめえはもう お前のせいで世界の破滅が早まったんだ。せいぜい自分の罪を悔いて死ね。
Your usefulness has come to an end for me. Thanks to you, the end of the world is closer than ever. All that's left for you now is to repent your sins and perish. It really is all my fault. Again. All those deaths were on me. All the suffering, the pain, the fear. It was all caused by me.
まさき、井上のとこに送ってやるよ。死んどけー。
I'll take mercy on you, though, and send you to meet your sister right now. Prepare to die.
逃げろ篠崎
Shinozaki, run!
離れろこいつは狂ってる
Seriously, go! This guy's lost it!
言ってくれるじゃねえか。え？見たかな。パンピー。
Huh, you dare speak ill of me? Hmm? I know that peasant face of yours.
誰だっけお前。
Who are you again?
やめて岸沼くん危ないよ
Kishinuma, stop! It's too dangerous!
いいからお前は離れてろ
Yeah, I know, just get away from him!
その人の言う通りかもしれない私が余計なことばっかりしてるから
But he's probably right. It was my own reckless behavior that caused all of this to happen. It's because I don't think before I act.
鈴本さんやゆい先生たちも
Suzumoto, Miss Yue, Morishige, Shinohara. Even my sister.
私のせいで私なんか
It's all my fault. All my fault. I
生まれてこなければよかったんだよ
I wish I'd never been born. I tried to scream those words, but my voice was so hoarse that they came out almost as a squeak. I crouched down and buried my face in my hands at this point, and in doing so, I failed to notice the sudden appearance of none other than Sachiko, red dress and all.
篠崎お前そうじゃねえそうじゃねえだろが
Shinozaki, no! This isn't your fault. You're not responsible.
よくなれってした願いがよなんだって踏みにじられなきゃいけねえんだ
You just wanted everybody to be happy. You wanted to see all your friends live well, and who the hell can possibly find fault with that?
騙される方じゃねえ騙す方が悪いに決まってんだよ辛いなら何度でも言ってやるぞお前は何も悪くねえ
Being tricked isn't your fault. It's the fault of the person who tricked you, so get this through your thick skull. You did nothing wrong. You are not to blame. Class rep! Sis? Mochida, you're all here, but why? Masudo ceased trying to wrestle with Kishinuma, instead making a grand sweeping motion with his hand. Bastard needs to learn when to quit. I felt like I was covered in a thin film of snot and tears by this point, but I put on the most intimidating face I could manage and tried to stare Masudo down. He did stop and stare back, though. It certainly wasn't due to intimidation. Inoue, you failed. You've left nothing of value behind in this world. Stop! What the hell is your problem?
てめえが持田聡
You're Satoshi Mochida? In that moment, the entire space shook violently, moving every which way beneath our feet. As this occurred, a massive, virtually indescribable object floated into existence behind us.
すごいな。7番目の柱。知識のセフィラだ。
How marvelous. It's the seventh pillar, the Sephiroth of knowledge.
俺の ブックオブシャドウズの力に反応して現れやがった。
I made this happen with the power of my Book of Shadows.
何よあれ
What in the world?
終わりだ。この崩壊の柱があれば、壁を全部壊して涅槃と現世を融合できる。
It's over, Yumi. With this destructive pillar, it won't just be a simple fissure anymore. The wall between our worlds will break down and reality will fuse with the Nirvana.
なんだその。
What's happening to your stomach? There was a light emanating from my stomach, but as soon as I caught a glimpse of it, it disappeared. An illusion?
よーし、派手に現世と涅槃の壁を壊すとするか。この天神賞ごとな。犠牲になれ歩み。それと2枠。
Nice try. Now let's get ready to bring down the wall, shall we? Heavenly Host will crumble too, you know, but you'll make a fine sacrifice, Yumi. As will you, Kuon Niwa.
私を知っているの
You know me?
当然だろう。有名な天才だ。お前は医療も超自然学も技術において全体の水準を底上げした人間。
Of course, you're that famous prodigy, the human who raised standards across the board for medicine, occult studies, and technology. Mochida, Nakashima, and Kishinuma all turned their heads at once to look at Kuon, jaws slightly agape. The three of them had no knowledge of any of this, so all they could do was stare in disbelief.
だが、その才能のせいで、お前の親も妹も堕落して、このざまだがな。
Unfortunately, due to your immense talents, your parents and sister alike have been inevitably corrupted, and look how well that's worked out for them.
やめてそんなことない
No, that's not true.
さて、まあ、涅槃のコアが見つからないのが気になるが、後者を潰してから後で探せば見つかるだろう。
Now then, I am a bit bothered that I couldn't locate the Nirvana's core, but no matter. Once the school's been turned to rubble, I'll have all the time in the world to find it.
そう。
Is it in Ayumi's
新
stomach?
生ブックオブシャドウズは完成だ。
And then the new Book of Shadows will be complete. Miss Kuon looked down at her ever after stones, but the spirit meter she attached to them still wasn't showing a full charge.
ダメだわ
No good.
Goodbye.
Very nice. Good boy. What do I do? Whoa. I hesitated for a moment, torn as to whether I should try to stop Masudo or prioritize lending a hand to Kishinuma and my friends.
させちゃいけない
I I can't let that happen. I will stop you.
え？なんだこれは。
The fuck was that? Stop! You have to stop this! That was the most desperate cry I'd yet heard from Aiko.
愛ちゃんお願い殺さないでお姉ちゃんは関係ないでしょ
Please, don't kill her. Sis has nothing to do with this.
愛ちゃん
しゃらくせえ。
How pathetic! Just as Miss Kuon screamed, a giant hellish beast spawned right before our eyes. On the front of it was an enormous mouth. It made a beeline straight for Aiko and passed right through her body. Oh, my god. Is she dead? Did it kill her? Something not unlike black smoke coiled around it for a moment. It roared like a dinosaur, twisted its body to and fro, and then flew over the guardrail and exited the scene. The only thing it left behind was Aiko's body, without a head. Shit! Is that because I didn't make a choice fast enough? Because that was not a lot of time. She remained upright for a split second, then tumbled lifelessly over the railing and into the pit.
か
To bits with you, Heavenly Host Elementary! As if on cue, the entire school began to shake violently. So violently that not a single one of us could keep our balance.
ナミ
This was well beyond any other earthquake we'd ever experienced at Heavenly Host to date. The shaking eventually died down, but things looked a lot different when it did. The sky above us was now blood red, with certain sections here and there bursting in black flame.
ってことでさらばだギニーピッグ
And on that note, farewell, my guinea pigs.
愛ちゃんなんてこと
How could this happen?
先生
Miss Kuon!
涅槃はこの学校は崩壊するわ
The Nirvana, the school, is going to collapse.
先生帰る方法は
Miss Kuon, is there some way back?
幸せの石はまだ戻れるほどの霊力をチャージできていないのこれから数時間はかかっちゃう
My ever after stones aren't fully charged yet. It'll be several hours yet until they are.
そんな
No. I was slumped over, crying my eyes out as this conversation unfolded. Miss Kuon looked over at me, however, and saw something else. A girl in a red dress standing directly behind me, Sachiko.
あなた一人なら助かるかもしれない
You may yet be able to save yourself. What?
篠崎幸子があなたについている彼女の意志に守るんです
Sachiko Shinozaki has possessed you. You should listen to what she has to say. No. I objected strongly for obvious reasons, but I knew she was right, at least about the possession. I could sense Sachiko behind me. I could see her now too, but of everyone else present, Miss Kuon was the only other one who could.
嫌です先生私はみんなと一緒に
No, Miss Kuon, I'm staying with you all.
厳しいことを言うけれどその涙にもし本当に責任を感じているのなら
Well, I don't mean to be blunt, but if those tears of yours are true, and you do feel some sense of responsibility for what's happened here,
あなたは生き延びてこの世の先を見なきゃいけないわそして守るのこれ
then the only way you can atone is to live on and watch over the future of this world, and protect this.
生きる道があるのに死を選ぶのはただの諦め逃げることなんだよ
If you choose death, even when there's a chance to live, then you're simply giving up. You're running away. No,
時間がないわ行くの
we don't have time to argue. Go! No! I was absolutely inconsolable, but Miss Kuon just smiled. She stood behind me and patted Sachiko on the head. Sachiko, responsible for so much pain and torment, who now looked for all of the world like a pure, innocent, lost little girl. Reacting to this new stimulus, Sachiko closed one eye and turned her head towards Miss Kuon, a satisfied expression on her face.
お願いね
Please? I'm responsible for so much pain and loss of life.
私だけ助かるなんて
Yet only I get to be saved? I had no conscious desire to go along with this, yet it seemed I was, whether I liked it or not. Oh, whether I liked it or not. Everything around me began glowing white, and my body was lifted off the ground.
強くなりなさい
Be strong. She really was so much like Miss Yui. Below me, I could see Mochida shielding Nakashima from the falling debris while staring at my rapidly descending body. Kishinuma had stood back up by now and was watching me as well.
持田君中島さん
No! 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 Mochida, Nakashima, Miss Kuon! Why not Kishinuma? In an instant, the turbulent fates of Mochida, Nakashima, Kishinuma, and Miss Kuon all came to a close as the four of them were distinctly and unmistakably crushed before my eyes. My vision warped, my memories jumbled. And then there was just a sky that hung above the real world, above our world. The black orb was there, and it was swelling up bigger and bigger, almost like a fetus rapidly gestating to term. It quickly grew too big to be contained, and burst open. Strands of black energy shot out in all directions, and the entirety of the night sky was dyed in an eerie reddish black. The Nirvana had now broken free of its bonds, and it wasted no time pulling the real world into its embrace. Alright, Book of Shadows. Obtained all endings in Chapter 6. Chapter 6, Book of Shadows, to be continued. EVP entries for Masudo Kiriya have been unlocked. EVP entries for Azusa Takai have been unlocked. EVP entries for Aiko Niwa have been unlocked. Soulful Testimony from Yukana has been unlocked. New Encyclopedia Obscura entries have been unlocked. Argus Cube, Entity Wall, 7th Pillar, Pillars of the Six Demons, Extra Chapter 4 has been unlocked. Azusa Takai.
あずさをやらせていただきました。ゆかなです。今作はね。ね。って感じです。怖いですね。本当に、初めて祁答院さんを紹介していただいたときは、なんか、人当たりのいい人だなって思ったんですけど、でも紹介してくれた人が、祁答院じゃなくて祁答ですって言った意味がなんかちょっとだけ分かってきたような気がします。というわけで、今回もちょっと体も張って頑張りました。皆さんに楽しんでいただけたらいいなと思います。ありがとうございました。
Aw, that was sweet. Alright, Argus Cube, an item that acts as a transceiver for connecting the real world and the ever after. It can also be used within the ever after to locate the pillars of the six demons. The pillars have a unique aura to them, so when the stone gets within a certain distance of one, it will begin to glow. Entity Wall, a physical manifestation of the Nirvana's near limitless power, creates all manner of catastrophes in the real world simply through its existence. 7th Pillar. The Sephiroth of Knowledge possesses enough energy to fuse the real world and the Nirvana, and can even grant whosoever controls it total reign over the entire free world. Pillars of the Six Demons. Objects which separate the Nirvana from the real world. If these pillars should be released, the 7th will rise and the boundary between those two dimensions will break down. Okay. Blood Drive, Extra Chapter 4, Memories Like Beautiful Dreams. Through my hazy vision, all I could see was a red pair of eyes cutting through the darkness like flames. I could barely breathe, and I kept drifting in and out of consciousness. I wonder why. Why, at a time like this, would that sticker photo I kept on my desk be the first thing to pop into my mind? I know they say your life flashes before your eyes before you die, but this was only a single page from my past, albeit a very dear one.
夢のような一日だった。
That day was almost like a dream. I could hear their laughter in the back of my head. The sky was a beautiful crimson purple fusion, and the sweetness of that cake from the cafe was still on my tongue as we entered the photo booth.
いつの間にこんなことになったの。
How did things wind up like this?
私は何かどこかで間違ったのかしら。
Did I do something wrong? And if so, when? And where? When you gave Naho the information about Heavenly Host, obviously. Somehow the answers to these questions seemed less interesting to me by the moment, as events from my past replayed themselves within me. It was like I'd gone back in time. And then, all of a sudden, the sound of a door being thrown open brought me back to my senses.
さやか買ってきたよさやかお待たせさやか寂しくはなかったかな待ちくたびれて泣いてたんじゃないのかな
Sayaka, I come bearing gifts, Sayaka. Sorry to keep you waiting. Were you lonely? Were you crying because you didn't know when I'd be back?
うるさいわね、犬丸。ナホタンが寝てるんだから。静かにしなさいよ。
Quiet, Inimaru. Dear widow Naho is sweeping, and we wouldn't want to wake her now, would we? I'd heard every word and raised my head to survey the situation. Though I first regained my focus by staring at the clock above the blackboard, which slowly registered in my newly awakened mind as indicating it was now 4 o'clock.
寝すぎたか かしら。
I feel like I overslept. I must have been exhausted from working on that draft late into the night, but with the deadline fast approaching, I had little other choice. I also must have been out for a really long time, as I had absolutely no memories of anything from 6th period. I looked around me, but the only other people in the room were Sayaka and Inumaru.
ごめんね、ナホタン。起こしちゃった。もっと寝ててもいいんだよ。
Sorry, Naho. Did we wake you? It's okay for you to go back to sleep if you want. Sayaka seemed to have noticed I'd woken up and was running over to check on me, but I just shook my head. First to indicate no, then much harder to shake off the drowsiness.
大丈夫。それよりさやか、私が起きるのを待っていたの？待たせちゃってごめんね。
I'm fine, but please don't tell me you've been waiting for me to wake up, though. If so, I'm really sorry to keep you so long.
なんでナホタンが謝るの？もう、私とナホタンの中でそんな遠慮はなしだよ。
Don't apologize, Naho. Ooh, you know there's no such thing as bad blood between us bestest buds. Sayaka slashed me an overzealous forced smile, which I returned, though mine was quite natural. Hers probably was too, actually, though I couldn't say for sure. Either way, it was super cute.
ところで犬丸、頼んだものはどこ？
So, Inumaru, where is it? Did you get it? The tone in her voice changed completely. And her smile disappeared too. Now, she was addressing Inumaru instead of me.
さやかがその細くて可憐な手を差し伸べてくれたなら、俺はどんな質問にも心を込めて答えさせてもらうよ。
If you should extend your beautiful, delicate hand to me, I would happily answer your questions with all the love in my heart and soul.
そう、例えば俺がさやかをどれだけ愛しているかについてとかね。
Such as, how do I love thee? Permit me to count the ways.
そういうのほんといいから。頼んだものはどこなのって聞いてるの。
It's a definite no on that. All I want from you is what I sent you out to get.
いつもの恥ずかしがりがまた出たね。まったく、いつになったらさやかは素直になってくれるのかな。
I can see the embarrassment written plainly on your face. How long must this farce go on before you show me your true colors? Haruyuki Inumaru was our mutual classmate and a childhood friend of Sayaka's. Everything he did for Sayaka. His whole world seemed to revolve around her, and sometimes she'd play along, making his day, but that hadn't happened for a while now. He had the blood of an Izumo priest running through his veins, which gave him a considerable amount of spiritual ability, though he never seemed to like having that brought up. 1 second.
さやか、何か犬丸くんに頼んでたの？
Sayaka, did you ask Inumaru to bring you something?
おやつ。ナホタンも一緒に食べよ
Yeah, snack. Do you want some too?
う。いいけど、ここで？
I'm good, but here? If you're hungry, you should just eat on the way home. That's what I'd always been taught. Though actually, we did eat on the way home, all the time, so I guess this particular hunger somehow ran deeper.
どうしてもね、お腹が空いちゃって。我慢できないから、ここで食べたいなって。
But I'm hungry now, and I can't keep this beast caged up any longer. I want to eat right here.
さやか、持ってきたよ。
Well, Sayaka, here they are. Inumaru, who'd left the room without our knowledge a few seconds earlier, suddenly burst back in, with a flatbed cart in tow squeaking away. And I could hardly believe what was on it.
じゃっじゃーん。どうだいさやか、すごい量だろ。
Ta-da! How's this, Sayaka? I brought you a whole smorgasbord. Boxes and boxes of fatty, sugary, prepackaged foods lined every square inch of the transport.
ケーキにワッフル、ドーナツ。あ、最近できたばかりのプレッツェル屋さんの箱も。
Cakes, waffles, donuts, oh, and a box from that pretzel shop that recently opened too. Add to that cookies, pies, macaroons, even ice cream. He had all the bases covered for sure.
やったーおいしそういただきます
Yay! They look so tasty. Time for a sugar high. To my surprise, Sayaka beelined for one of the boxes, setting in motion what may have been the biggest binge I'd ever seen. Box after box fell before her. Many before she even sat down.
うん甘い幸せ
So sweet. This is heaven. Sayaka was ingesting these fatty, sugary, processed foods at an alarming rate. I'd never seen one person eat so much food she shouldn't in such a short period of time.
さやかどうしたの？
Sayaka, are you feeling okay?
あ、もちろんな普段も食べてね。どれも美味しいよ。
Oh, do you want some too? Help yourself. Everything is simply scrumptious.
そんなにお腹が空いていたの？
Are you seriously that hungry?
そうなの。
I totally was.
甘いものがとにかく食べたくってね。カロリーが心配だけど。でも食べたいんだから仕方ないよね。
I just had a real craving for something sweet. I'm a little worried about all the calories, but what can you do? The stomach wants what it wants.
まさかこれ全部食べるつもり？
You're not planning to eat all of this, are you? I was legitimately scared by the sheer quantity of sweets still stacked on the cart. I mean, I loved candy as much as the next person, but I was practically getting heartburn just looking at this massive haul.
ちゃんと全部食べるよ。
Yeah, of course I'll eat it all.
ちょっとさやか、本気なの？
Wait, Sayaka, you can't be serious. But I am!
いい食べっぷりだな。足りなくなったら言ってね、さやか。すぐに追加を買ってくるから。
Quite an appetite on this one. Just let me know if that's not enough for you, Sayaka, and I'll get you some more right away.
何を言ってるの、犬丸くん。こんなに食べさせたら、さやかが太ってしまうじゃない。
What are you saying, Inumaru? Even if she just eats everything you brought her already, she's going to get fat in no time.
心配ご無用だよ、さえのきさん。さやかならどれだけふくよかになっても可愛いに決まってるからね。
That's not a problem, Sayanoke. No matter how plump she may get, Sayaka will always be the cutest.
ああ、でも抱きしめた時に両腕が届くくらいまでにしてもらえると俺としては嬉しいんだけど。
Though I would be glad if I could get my arms all the way around her when I hug her, I suppose.
バカみたいなこと言ってないで、そっちの箱取って犬丸。
Stop being stupid and bring me that box, Inumaru.
はい、喜んで。あ、なんならあんしてあげるよ。ほら、マカロンを食べさせてあげよう。
As you wish. Oh, would you like me to feed it to you? Here, this macaroon has your name all over it.
それ犬丸の手垢がついたからいらない。あんた食べてね。
No, it has your fingerprints all over it, which is gross. You eat it.
やったー、さやかが俺におやつをくれた。
Yay! Sayaka gave me a snack.
ほんとかわいそうな人。
Man, poor guy. Inumaru was now holding the macaroon close to his heart, with a joyous expression on his face. I couldn't bear to look at him anymore, so I turned my attention back to Sayaka. I studied her as she continued to engorge herself, trying to determine how someone so typically mild-mannered had wound up in such a state. This was decidedly not normal behavior for her in any way. Something was definitely off.
それにしても何か違和感があるのだけれど。
Actually, I am sensing some kind of disturbance. The longer I stared at her, the more I was able to make out a faint shadow wavering just behind her.
レイ？
A spirit? It was a low-level spirit, one that could easily slip by unnoticed if a highly trained observer weren't looking very, very closely. Specifically, it was the spirit of a little girl, and its attachment to Sayaka was quite weak. It wouldn't take a lot of effort to exercise.
うかつね。気づかなかったわ。
How careless of me not to notice his presence sooner. I was now fully convinced that Sayaka's superhuman appetite originated from that little girl.
さやか、礼を払うわ。じっとしていて。
There's a spirit attached to you, Sayaka. Sit still. I'll get rid of it. I produced a talisman from my bag and was just about to throw it down. But Sayaka quite aggressively shook her head at the notion.
なほちゃんダメ。悪い例じゃないから。
Stop, Naho. She's not a bad spirit.
え？
What?
あのね、この子かわいそうなんだ。
I actually feel really bad for her.
ずっと楽しみにしてた評判のスイーツを買った帰り道、居眠り運転の事故に巻き込まれて死んじゃったみたいでね。
She was walking home one day, all excited after buying herself some really top-quality candy, when she got hit by a car whose driver had fallen asleep at the wheel, killing her instantly.
それ以来美味しいスイーツが食べたくて仕方がなくて成仏できないみたい。
At the moment of her death, all she wanted was to eat tasty sweets, but since she couldn't fulfill that wish, she couldn't pass on.
力がなさすぎて長いこと人に取り付くこともできなくてやっと元気を蓄えて取り付いたのが私だったんだよ。
And for the longest time, she didn't have enough energy to possess anyone, but she finally managed to save enough, and the person she latched onto was me.
まさか同情しているの？ダメよさやか。霊に心を寄せては。
Are you seriously sympathizing with her? You know you can't do that, Sayaka. Opening your heart to spirits can only lead to trouble.
だけどなほちゃん、同じ女の子ならわかるでしょ。
But Naho, you're a girl too. You get where she's coming from, don't you?
ずーっと楽しみにしてたスイーツを手に入れたのに食べられなかったんだよ。そんなのってないよね。
Imagine if you'd been psyched to eat some super nice sweets for a long, long time, and you got them but then died before you could taste any. That would totally blow, wouldn't it?
それはまあわからなくはないけれど。
Well, sure it would, but still.
でしょ。だからね、私この子が満足するまでスイーツを食べてあげなきゃって思うの。
See? So I'm planning to eat sweets until this little girl is satisfied. It's the least I can do.
ほら、こうやってはっ甘いものを食べるとこの子幸せそうな顔するんだよ。
I mean, just look. Every time I eat something sweet, just look at how happy it makes her. The girl behind Sayaka did seem genuinely pleased every time Sayaka popped something in her mouth. And there wasn't the slightest hint of malevolence from her. If anything, she projected a certain innocence that genuinely made me kind of sympathize with her. Even made me even kind of sympathize with her. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me.
太るのは嫌。
But still, I don't really want to see Sayaka get fat. One of my secret joys was admiring Sayaka's magazine spreads. She'd always wore the most beautiful clothes, exhibiting a true sense of style and true understanding of fashion in every photograph. Though I could hardly say that out loud, it was much too embarrassing.
さやか、どんな霊にせよ取りつかれた状態はあまり良くないわ。やっぱり払った方がいいと思う。
Sayaka, no matter how good or pure the spirit, possession never ends well. She really should be exorcised.
悪いことはできそうにない子だから平気だよ。
She's a girl without a single malicious thought in her mind. I'll be fine. Honestly. If a person who's been possessed is covering for the spirit, that makes exorcism much more difficult, even potentially impossible. Low level or no, my hands were more or less tied.
犬丸くん、さやかを説得したいのだけれど手伝ってくれる？
Inomaru, can you help me convince Sayaka to go through with the exorcism?
説得？どうして？
Convince her? Why?
さやかに霊がついたままなんてあなただって嫌でしょ？
You don't want Sayaka to continue being possessed, do you?
そうだね。あまりいい気分はしないけど、でも霊に同情するさやかの心優しさに俺は感動してしまったんだ。
Well, I guess that is a little worrisome, but I also really moved by Sayaka's kindness. It takes a big heart to sympathize with the dead.
まさかあなたまで霊を払わなくていいと思っているの？
Don't tell me you're okay with what she's doing.
だってあの子は悪霊じゃないからね。
Well, it's not an evil spirit, right?
さやかがカロリー過多でモデルを辞めることになってしまってもあなたは構わないの？
And you don't care if Sayaka takes in so many calories that she has to quit modeling?
もちろん問題ないよ。さやかがそれでいいって言うなら俺もそれでいいんだ。俺とさやかの心は二人で一つだからね。
Of course not. If that's what Sayaka wants, then that's what I want too. Our hearts are as one.
あなたに相談した私がバカだったみたい。
Guess that's what I get asking you for help. My head began to hurt. And every second I watched Sayaka continue to devour her snacks, I became more and more inclined to stop her.
ここはもう強硬策に出るしかない。
I think this calls for more drastic measures. Sayaka might hate me for this, I thought, but it was a risk I was willing to take. My course of action decided upon, I took my stance and prepared to send that girl along to the ever after. But before I could even begin the chant, an unexpected visitor arrived. My, what a wonderful aroma. May I join you? The classroom door was wide open, and there she stood, the infamous Aiko Niwa, wearing a unique combination of kimono and school uniform. Oh, it's the same, okay. She was a self-proclaimed intelligence agent from class 3-5, and she had a lot of tendencies that I found distasteful. Specifically, she seemed to live for collecting spirit items, and just in general came across as a bit shady and manipulative, or at least that's how I'd always seen her. Ah-ho! Mouth full of donuts, Sayaka nonetheless did her best to acknowledge the presence of this new arrival. She wasn't particularly fond of Aiko, however, as the two of them had butt heads previously. But Sayaka had a general love of beautiful girls, and Aiko ranked fairly high on her beauty scale, so she always seemed a little conflicted about that.
アイコ、何しに来たの？
What are you here for, Aiko?
あら、そう冷たい声を出さないで、ナホちゃん。
Now, there's no need to speak to me so coldly, Naho.
私はただ帰ろうと思って階段を降りていたら甘い香りが漂ってきたから気になっただけよ。
I was just descending the stairs on my way home when my nose detected a sweet scent and followed it here.
そうしたらナホちゃんたちに出くわしたの。これって運命かしら。
Where lo and behold, I found you. Could this be fate?
アイコさん、ナホちゃんに色目使わないでください。
Aiko, stop trying to seduce Naho.
まあ、そんなことしてないわ。言いがかりはよしてね、さやかちゃん。
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about, and I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't make such accusations.
アイコ、さやかを煽らないで。
Aiko, don't pester Sayaka.
そんなつもりはないのだけど。
I would never.
あのね、今はあなたの相手をしている暇はないの。
I don't really have the time to be dealing with you right now.
そうなの？
Is that so? She tilted her head and examined the cart full of sweets, then compared its size to Sayaka's tiny frame.
あらあら、さやかちゃんは女力士役のオファーでも来たのかしら。
Well now, have you been offered a position as a female sumo wrestler? Huh?
さやかが女力士。
Sayaka, as a female sumo wrestler. Sayaka seemed confused, and Inumaru seemed disturbingly intrigued. I just ignored them both and let out a huge sigh.
アイコ、よく見て。さやかの後ろに霊がいるでしょ。
Look a little closer, Aiko. Can't you see there's a spirit behind her?
あら、そう言われてみれば。まあ、随分と影の薄い霊だこと。
Ah, now that you mention it. My, what a thin presence she has.
その子がさやかに取り付いて、これだけのスイーツを食べさせているのよ。
She's possessed Sayaka and is forcing her to eat sweets on her behalf.
払いたいのに、さやかが協力的じゃなくて困っていたところなの。
I want to exercise her, but Sayaka's not cooperating, so things aren't exactly going well.
そういうことだったの。なら、ちょっと見せてもらえるかしら。
So that's it then. May I take a closer look at her? Aiko cautiously approached Sayaka and observed the spirit's behavior for a moment. Aiko's passion was the collection of spirit items infused with deep hatred or malice. So if this little girl wound up being a little darker than she seemed, Aiko would undoubtedly snatch her away on the spot.
スイーツに執着心があるのね。そう。それで、自己死についてはどう思っているのかしら。
So, you're a big fan of sweets, huh? I see. And how do you feel about dying in that accident?
さぞ無念だったのでしょう。相手を殺してやりたいとか呪ってやるとか考えているのではなくて。
You must have a lot of regrets, I'll bet. Have you ever thought about killing or cursing the person who did this to you?
そう？じゃあ誰かで構わず同じ目に遭えばいいなんて風には思わない？
Really? Well, have you ever wanted other people to end up the same way you did?
あら。そうなの。
Oh, I see. Echo broke off the conversation shortly after this exchange and walked back towards me with slumped shoulders.
ダメね。全然なってないわ。せっかく霊になったというのに、美味しいスイーツが味わえれば満足なのですって。
It's no use, she won't budge. There's so much potential when becoming a spirit, but this girl just wants to eat delicious candy and she'll be completely satisfied.
信じられる？ナホちゃん。彼女、何も恨んでないっていうのよ。ありえないでしょ。そんな霊に存在価値はないわ。
Can you believe it, Naho? She's saying she holds no grudge, but that can't be possible, right? And even if it is, there's simply no value to be had in spirits like that. Aiko had completely lost interest, and she didn't seem to care that the little girl had heard every word she'd said. The spirit was on the verge of tears, shrinking back behind Sayaka to distance herself as much as possible from this hostile new presence.
そこまで愛子が言うってことは本当に悪意は皆無なんでしょうね。
If Aiko is that adamant, then I guess the poor thing really doesn't hold any ill will.
だからね、ほんとかわいそうな子なんだよ。分かってあげて、ナホタン。
I told you, I feel really bad for her. Please try to understand, Naho. Sayaka spoke with a bit of a staccato, her lips sticky with apple pie residue.
でもさやか、そのまま食べ続けてたら大変でしょ。
But Sayaka, if you keep eating like that, it's going to catch up with you.
そうかな。
You think so?
さやかちゃんはその霊がかわいそうだから除霊はしなくていいと考えているのね。
You're not going to let Naho exorcise the ghost because you feel sorry for her then?
はい。
Yeah.
そうなの。なほちゃんがこんなに心を痛めているのに、あなたはその霊に味方をするというわけなのね。
I see. So despite how much Naho is hurt by your actions, you're going to side with that spirit?
ねえ、なほちゃん。さやかちゃんたらひどいわね。
See, Naho, isn't Sayaka mean? Aiko smiled and sidled up next to me. She was clearly plotting something. She took my hand in hers and wrapped her fingers around it delicately.
あなたの気持ちを無限にする子なんて放っておいて、私とデートしましょう、なほちゃん。
Let's leave this uncouth girl who has no regard for your feelings and go out on a date, shall we?
そんなのダメ。
No, you can't! Sayaka immediately shot to her feet, knocking over her chair in the process. And just like that, she no longer had the slightest interest in any part of the mountain of candy that lay sprawled out before her. This sudden shift separated the spirit from Sayaka as if the cord had been cut on a kite.
ナホタン、デートするなら私としよう。今日は放課後オフだから。ね、ね。
If you're going to date anyone, Naho, date me! I'm off after school today, what do you say, huh? Huh?
叶わないけど。
That's fine, I guess.
やったー！ナホタンとデート。
Alright! Scored a date with Naho! Sayaka hugged me excitedly and I was overjoyed. It's always nice knowing how much other people really care about you. But then, for a brief moment, my eyes locked with those of this little girl's spirit floating in the air, and that's all it took.
いけない。
Crap! The spirit was quicker to act than I was to realize what I'd done. By the time I had, it was too late. She was already within me. Instantly, my stomach emptied. I was intensely, massively hungry, the hungriest I'd ever been.
さやか、ごめん。ちょっとデートは待って。
Actually, Sayaka, sorry, but let's hold off on that date for a little.
私、それ食べないと。
I absolutely have to eat that. I flew over to Sayaka's chair and threw open one of the stacked boxes. Jackpot! It was full of custard-filled cream puffs. I grabbed one and just shoved it into my mouth, with absolutely no regards for the mess or manners. Okay. The rich custard melted on my mouth, and the light, delicate aroma filled my nostrils. But rather than sating my appetite, this delicious temptation only made it stronger.
おいしい。
So good!
あらあら、今度はあの子、なほちゃんについちゃったのね。
Oh dear, it looks like your spirit has found its way into Naho now.
本当だ。ナホちゃん大丈夫？
What? Oh wow, you're right. Naho, are you okay? I had neither the time nor the desire to answer her question. I was too busy moving my hands and mouth, either eating sweets or formulating a game plan to eat further sweets more efficiently, but I couldn't exactly leave her hanging.
大丈夫。
I'm fine. After every bite, the girl possessing me expressed pure, absolute gratitude. I heard whispers from her to the effect of, "I'm so happy," and "Thank you so much," and I immediately realized this could be a real problem.
さやかが同情するのも仕方ないのかも。
I totally get why Sayaka felt sympathy for this girl. The desire to continue eating no matter what made this spirit every girl's worst enemy, and the worst part was, you just couldn't say no to her. She was too relatable. Rarely had I ever encountered a spirit who elicited such sympathy that its host would choose not to part with it.
こっちのエクレアも美味しい。さやかはもういいの？
This eclair is amazing. You don't want more, Sayaka?
私もうお腹いっぱい。っていうか、こんなに食べたっけ？
No, I'm full. Actually, wow, did I really eat this much? The number of open and empty boxes was either astounding or sickening, depending on your viewpoint.
せいか、見ていて気持ちのいい食べっぷりだったよ。
I can tell you were enjoying your food, Sayaka, by the unrestrained, unbridled passion with which you'd consumed it.
間違いなく体重が増えるでしょうね。楽しみだわ。お腹のぷよぷよ、ぜひ触らせてちょうだいね。
You're almost certainly going to gain a little weight from the experience, too. And personally, I can't wait. I hope you'll allow me to touch your tummy and feel that food, baby.
ダメです。私は触られるより触りたい派ですから。
No way, I'm much more comfortable being the toucher than the touchee.
そうだったの、さやか。それじゃ今までは遠慮してたんだね。いいんだよ。俺をもっと触って撫でて抱きしめてくれたって。
Really, Sayaka? Have you been holding back this whole time then? It's okay, you know. You can touch me, pet me, or hug me all you want anytime.
今そんな話はしてないでしょ。
Nobody's talking about you. Hinumaro was quickly knocked to the floor. Sayaka then ran past him, over to me.
なほちゃん、それ以上食べないで。太るの反対。
Naho, don't eat another bite. I don't want you to get fat.
そんなこと言われても。食べたくて仕方がないのだもの。
Easier said than done. I just want to keep eating. I can't help it.
なほたんが太っちゃうなんてやだ。
No, no get patsies for you, please.
それは私も困るけど。
I'm also a little concerned, but my hunger could not be easily sated. My hands just wouldn't stop grabbing the candies and sweets and desserts, one after another, after another.
さやかが望むなら、俺があの礼を払おうか。
I'll be glad to exercise that spirit for you, Sayaka, if you want.
でも払うのはやっぱりかわいそう。他に方法はないの？
But I feel bad for her. Isn't there any other way?
憑依を剥がすこともできるけど、あの霊を放っておけばまた別の誰かに取り付くだろうね。
Well, I can't just remove the spirit from her, but if we leave it be, it'll probably possess someone else.
さやかちゃんがなほちゃん以外はどうなってもいいというのであれば、それでもいいんじゃないかしら。
As long as it's not possessing Naho, I have a feeling Sayaka wouldn't mind that arrangement one bit.
それも困ります。どうしたらいいの？
No, that's a problem all on its own. I'm just not sure what I should do. Sayaka took a contemplative stance, holding her head in her hands as she attempted to suss out a possible solution to this problem. And it didn't take her long to brainstorm something.
そうだ。成仏してもらえばいいんじゃない？
I know. How about we appease her so she can move on?
霊が満足するまでスイーツを食べ続けてもらうの？でもそれって今の状況と何ら変わりないわよね。
So let her continue to eat sweets until she's satisfied? That's going to leave us in this exact same situation.
さやかとさえのきさんでだいぶ食べてるけど、まだ満足はしていないみたいだしね。
Yeah, you and Sayanoke have both eaten a lot, but the spirit doesn't seem to be anywhere close to being appeased yet.
どれだけの量を食べたらあの子が満足するのか想像できないわ。
I can't even imagine how much more you'll need to eat before she is.
そうじゃなくて、あの子が食べられなかったのって美味しくて有名なスイーツだったんです。
That's not quite what I mean. She died after buying some super fancy sweets, but not being able to eat them, right?
だから生前あの子が食べたことがないぐらい美味しいスイーツを味わえれば成仏するんじゃないかなって。
So if we can introduce her to something really hoity-toity that she's never eaten before, I'll bet that would be more than enough for her to rest in peace.
ああ、なるほど。
Oh, hey, that's a good idea. The spirit seemed to be in agreement as well. She was nodding furiously. Even she hadn't considered this plan previously, but she was clearly all aboard now.
近くに美味しいって評判のスイーツ屋 け？
Were there any good high-end sweet shops nearby?
この近所のスイーツならほとんど俺が買ってきたよ。さやかへの愛ゆえにね。
I bought from nearly everyone in the area as a show of my love for Sayaka.
それでも成仏しないんだから、もっと美味しいものじゃないとダメってことなんだろうな。
Well, if none of that's doing the trick, then I guess we just need to find something even more delicious.
なほたん、どこかいいお店知ってる？
Naho, can you think of anything?
猫カフェだ。
Or is it cat cafe?
それはまた今度二人でデートするときに行こうね。
Let's save that one for our date. Sayaka rejected my suggestion, not that it was particularly likely to appease the spirit anyway, since the true point of the cafe wasn't its sweets but its feline companions.
ねえなほちゃん、それならやっぱり私とデートしましょう。
Well, Naho, I guess that just means you and I are going to need to go out on that date after all. A ticket was handed to me, presented with a certain flair that suggested it must have been something special.
カフェホルタース？
Cafe Horthath? That was the name, and the ticket also bore the date, as well as 5:30 p.m. timestamp.
それは
That's... Sayaka clearly recognized the significance of what I'd just been handed.
隣の駅前の予約だけで1年待ちって評判のカフェホルタースの予約チケット。
That's the sweet shop in front, the next station down the line. You know, the one you have to reserve seats at a year in advance?
なんですって？
What? The piece of cake I'd been eating fell from my now agape mouth and crumpled onto the floor. I remembered hearing about this place during a TV feature.
開店当初、予約待ちの列が駅前を埋め尽くしたっていう
During its grand opening, the reservation line backed up pedestrian traffic throughout the station. Are we serious talking that place?
しかもこれ今日の予約じゃないですか。
And your reservations are actually for today?
愛子さん、どうしたんですかこれ？
Where did you get these, Aiko?
お客様になり損ねた方から取り上げたのよ。
I confiscated them from someone who failed to become a customer of mine. Aiko said this in a coy, playful voice, clearly riding the waves of Sayaka's excitement. She continued in this manner, outlining her story in greater detail.
頼まれていた情報を渡したら1円も払わずに連絡がつかなくなった方がいてね。
I gave my client the requested information but received not a single yen in compensation, and I've been unable to establish any contact since.
そんなのってあんまりでしょ？
That's just poor business, don't you think?
だから滞納した分の利子も含めて貯金その他お金になりそうなものは片っ端から回収させてもらったの。
So as a form of collateral, I collected that person's entire savings, along with anything else I could find that seemed to be of some worth.
片っ端からですか？
Their entire savings?
そう。このチケットもその中の一つってこと。
Yes, that's right, and I found these tickets in the mix.
売りさばこうにも今日しか使えないチケットだし、それならたまには親しい人たちと美味しいものを食べたいわ。
I was thinking of selling them, but they're only good for today, and it's always nice to eat delicious food with the people one truly cares about from time to time.
親しい人たち。
People you care about? Us?
なほちゃんはもちろんだけど、さやかちゃんとはるゆきくんもご招待したいわ。どうかしら。
Of course, and you're all welcome to join. Not just Naho, but you two as well, Sayaka and Haruyuki. What do you say?
いいんですか？
Are you sure?
これを機に親睦を深めたいところね。
Of course, I'd love to build a better relationship with you all, and this seems like the perfect opportunity.
だってなほちゃん、行ってみようよ。
You hear that, Naho? Come on, let's go!
さやかが行くなら俺も行くよ。どこまでもついていくよ。だから安心してね、さやか。
If you're going, then I'm going. I'll follow you to the ends of the earth, Sayaka, so take heart.
あんたはお呼びじゃないってば。
I wasn't asking you. As Sayaka beat the ever-loving snot out of Inomaru again, I took this opportunity to glance over at Aiko and study her for any signs of ulterior motive.
親しい人たちと言われるほど、あなたと仲良くしたことはないと思うのだけれど。
People you care about, huh? I don't remember ever even getting along with you. I'd known Aiko for a while, but mostly just as a colleague in supernatural studies. I'd never gone out with her, nor even sat in and drunk tea with her, like I frequently would with Sayaka.
あらなほちゃん、その目は何かしら。
My now, you look perturbed. Is something the matter?
愛子、何を企んでいるの？
Aiko, what are you planning?
何も企んでなんていないわ。 たまには礼具ではなく人間のおしゃべりに付き合ってお茶を楽しみたいと思っただけよ。
I'm not planning anything but a good time. I just thought it might be nice to drink tea and make small talk, chat about something other than spirit items for a change.
そう？
Really?
それ
Really?
にね、なほちゃん。
Also, Naho? Suddenly she was right next to me. And with her porcelain-like fingers, she lifted the strawberry from the shortcake I was eating.
私たち親友ですものね。放課後にお茶をするくらいいいでしょ。
We're close friends, right? And it's normal for close friends to go out for tea after school, no?
親友？
Close friends?
あー
Here, say ah. Instinctively, I did open my mouth, at which point the strawberry was gently placed on my tongue, and I found myself swallowing it without hesitation.
なほちゃんたら口元に生クリームがついているわよ。
Oh, Naho, you're so messy. You have whipped cream all over your mouth. She brought her finger up to my lips and wiped this cream from them. After which point, she stuck that same finger in her own mouth, savoring the second-hand cream she'd scored.
甘さ控えめで美味しいわね。
It's so light and sweet.
何するのよ。
What the hell are you doing?
美少女同士のからの生クリーム。
Oh, I'm melting! Two sexy ladies feeding each other and sharing whipped cream. Sayaka shrieked and held her nose, presumably to keep it from bleeding. Which did seem to be a real concern, given how red her face had gone.
すっごくメロハーな光景でごちそうさまでした。でもダメ、愛子さん、ナホタンにこれ以上手を出さないで。
Thank you for that steamy scene, but no, I can't let it go on. Aiko, you're not to lay even one finger on Naho anymore.
さやか。
Sayaka? Sayaka burst between me and Aiko and hugged me with ferocious intensity. Her fresh citrus perfume tickled the inside of my nose as her supple breasts, roughly the same size as my own, pressed up against my face, which made it kind of hard to breathe for a moment.
さやか、苦しい。
Sayaka, you're suffocating me.
ごめんね、ナホタン。
Ah, I'm sorry, Naho.
でもこうでもしないとナホタンまた愛子さんにってされちゃうもん。
But if I don't do this, Aiko's gonna make you open up and say ah again.
されないから。
No, she won't.
二人とも相変わらず仲良しなのね。焼けちゃうわ。
You two certainly do have a lovely relationship. You're making me jealous. Aiko's faux pouty face was only making matters worse with Sayaka, and in turn I was getting more and more fed up with the whole situation. Which is about when I realized that my body had grown lighter.
憑依が取れた。
I'm not possessed anymore? My concern over suffocating to death on Sayaka's boobs seemed to have diverted my attention away from all the delicious sweets. And sure enough, it only took a moment of scanning the area around me to see the spirit girl floating freely, looking a bit concerned. She seemed to be trying to decide between Aiko and Inumaru, the latter of whom was on the ground holding his stomach. Naturally, she chose to possess Inumaru this time. Oh.
甘いものが食べたい。
Whoa, I have a sudden craving for sugar. He quickly shot to his feet and ran full speed towards the remaining piles and boxes of candy and confectionaries.
うまい。でもこれ間違いなく太っちゃうね。こりゃ大変だ。
This is so good. I'm totally gonna get fat from it though, and that's really bad.
さやか、メタボな俺でも愛してくれるよね。
But you'll love me even if I'm chunky, won't you, Sayaka?
ナホタン、こっち向いて。私からのも食べてくれるよね。はい、口開けて。
Now, over here, you'll say ah for me too, right? Come on, open your mouth. Here comes the airplane.
さやか、そういうのはせめて他に人がいないところで。
Sayaka, why don't we do this somewhere a little more private?
気にしなくていいんだよ、ナホタン。ほら、恥ずかしくないから。
Now, there's no need to worry about that, Naho. You're not that shy, are you? Come on.
あれ、
さやか聞いてないね。あ、わかった。一緒にダイエットに励む方がいいのかな。
Huh? Didn't you hear my question, Sayaka? Oh, I get it. You want me to diet with you, don't you?
それじゃあ運動用にジャージを買いに行かなくっちゃね。どんなのがいいかな。やっぱりお揃いが。
Guess I'll have to go buy some workout clothes then. And what would look good, I wonder? We're going to want to wear matching outfits, so...
勝手におかしな話を進めるのはやめて。
Just stop talking. You're only making things worse.
あなたたちっていつ見てもおかしいのね。見ていて飽きないわ。
Watching you all is so very entertaining. I'm not sure I'd ever get tired of it. And in this manner, the conversation devolved into pure anime tropes, remaining in such a state for the entire walk to Cafe Horthast. Out of breath, we finally arrived at our destination only 5 minutes after the 5:30 reservation time. Fashionably late, some might say. Random save there, okay. We pushed open the heavy doors and heard the clinking and clambering of a very unique door chime as we stepped across the threshold. A server quickly came in, took Aiko's reservation ticket, then guided us to our seats.
もう我慢できそうにないよ。
I can't take it anymore. Inumata began sucking on some candy while we waited to help stave off his insatiable hunger. When our menus arrived, he opened his in record time and began salivating. The dessert menu, which represented the majority of this cafe's famous offerings, was filled with items that aroused our appetites. Wow, caramel honey pancakes topped with chestnuts.
ベイクドドーナツのホットチョコレートフォンデュ。
Baked donuts with hot chocolate fondue.
ミックスベリーワッフルと3種のソルベ。
Mixed berry waffles and a 3-flavored sorbet.
バナナオムレットのマンゴーソースがけ。
A banana omelet smothered in mango sauce.
どうしようなふた。どれもこれも美味しそう。目移りしちゃう。
What should we do, Naho? Everything here sounds amazing. I can't choose.
ねえ、さっきあんなにスイーツばかり食べていたのに注文はせずにはいられないわね。
Yeah, we've already had enough sugar to keep us up all week, but we can't very well come here and not order something.
すみません。注文いいかしら。
Excuse me, we're ready to order. Sayaka and I were still deciding, but Aiko flagged down a server anyway. He was an elderly man with a very professional, very respectful disposition, and strangely, I kind of felt like I recognized him.
お伺いいたします。
Waldo, what can I get for you today?
白玉と抹茶のレアチーズケーキを一つ。それとほうじ茶のミルクティーをお願いできるかしら。
I'll have the no-bake green tea cheesecake and a white-flowered Camilla and a roasted green milk tea,
か
please.
しこまりました。
Very good.
俺はこっからこっちのページまでのメニューをとりあえず全部。
I'll take everything from this page to this page.
かしこまりました。
All right.
そんなに頼むの？
Whoa, seriously?
だってもうとにかく食べまくらないと餓死しそうなくらいお腹が減ったんだよ。
I have to. I'm so hungry I feel like I'm about to die of starvation.
あ、そう。
Well, okay.
他にご注文はございますか。
Will that be all?
なほたん決めた？
Now, what are you getting?
あ、それじゃあカモミールティーとバナナオムレット。
How about a chamomile tea and a banana omelet?
私はキイチゴのシフォンケーキとピーチティーで。
And I'll have the raspberry chiffon cake with the peach tea.
かしこまりました。少々お待ちくださいませ。
Excellent choices. I'll get your orders right away.
この人やっぱりどこかで。
This person, I swear I've seen him somewhere before. Wasn't that the guy who was working for Magadi? Waldo? I can't remember. The server swiftly took his leave as I tilted my head, trying desperately to place him. This wasn't just someone I'd met once or twice, but numerous times, yet for the life of me I couldn't figure out where or under what circumstances. Oh, maybe it's the person that contacts Naho? Was that in this one? Shoot, I watched too many anime. I think that might have been Spy Family.
知った顔じゃなかった？
Hey, doesn't our server look familiar to you guys? I posed the question to the table as a whole, but Sayaka and Inumatu just flashed me a strange look.
どうだっけ？あんな紳士なおじさま一回見たら忘れない気がするけど記憶にないな。
You think? I can't imagine I'd ever forget a gentleman like him, but no, I can't place him.
俺さやか以外の人ってなかなか覚えられないからね。
And I can't really remember anyone other than Sayaka.
アイコは？
What about you, Aiko?
私はよーく知っていてよ。
I know him very well.
ほら、あの子の付き人の方でしょ？
Look over there. He's that girl's assistant, no?
あの子？
That girl? Magari, right? He was the one that helped her when she was getting, packed, when she was naked and getting scrubbed down. I followed Aiko's finger with my eyes, and found myself face to face with a young girl wearing a Lolita-style dress decorated liberally with ribbons. Oh, I like that outfit.
こんにちは。さえぬきさんとゆか
Better than her other one, at least. Mm-hmm. Hello to you, Sayanoki, and delightful friend, and her delightful friends.
あれ確か転校生の
Aren't you that transfer student?
水木まがりさん。
Magari Mitsuki. She studied our reactions for a moment, then got up from her chair and approached me. Mizuki had recently transferred to her class, though no one really knew much about her. Her features were doll-like, with perfect skin complemented by that adorable outfit. She was cheek-pinchingly cute at first glance, but beneath the surface, she was ruthless and cruel.
さっきの店員は水木バルドさん。マガリさんの執事よ。
Our server is Waldo Mizuki, Magari's butler.
さ
His
すがね
last name is Mizuki. What they do? Adopt him?
バルドのことまで知ってるなんてすごいすごい。
Intelligence indeed, Aiko Niwa. Very, very impressive that you even know about Waldo. She cackled and pulled her over a chair from the nearby table. And suddenly, she was now sitting with us like we were old friends catching up.
どういうこと？なぜあなたがここに？
What's the meaning of this? Why are you even here?
だってここ私の店だもの。
Because I own this place. What?
嘘。
You lie!
私嘘なんてつかないよ。今のところはね。
I don't lie. Or at least, I'm not lying right now.
アイコ知っていて連れてきたわね。
Aiko, you knew this would happen when you brought us here, didn't you? I gave her the stinkiest stink eye I could manage, but she just shrugged her shoulders nonchalantly.
え？知ってたわ。
I had an inkling, yes.
何を企んでいるの？
What are you plotting?
何も企んでなんていなくてよ。
Why would I be plotting anything?
嘘をつかないで。ここがあの子の店だと知っていたらわざわざ来たりなんか。
Because if we'd known this place belonged to her, we wouldn't have come, so spit it out.
あら、だってカフェホルタースのオーナーについてなんて誰も聞かなかったじゃない？
So demanding. None of you asked who the owner of Cafe Horthath was. However did you? I really hate that name.
そんなの聞かなくたって言ってくださいよ。
That doesn't matter. You could have still said something. Sayaka puffed up her cheeks and stared at Aiko.
まあ今のところ誰よりも関わりたくない子よね。水木さんは。
Mizuki is seriously the last person we need to get involved with right now. I'd previously found myself butting heads with Mizuki over supernatural matters, and naturally, Sayaka had gotten pulled into the fray as well, but strangely, so had Aiko. Yet now, all of a sudden, Aiko had invited us to a cafe owned by Mizuki, which suggested to me that she had some nefarious plan in mind.
カフェのオーナーなんて水木さんもお金持ちなんだね。
If you're the owner of this place, Mizuki, then I guess that must mean you're pretty rich, huh? Inumaru naturally again was the only one of us totally out of the loop about her. He thought nothing of making small talk with someone he presumably saw only as a classmate.
別にこれくらい普通でしょう。っていうかあなた誰だっけ？
Not really, this isn't anything special. Also, who are you again?
犬丸春之。さやかの前世からの恋人だと覚えてくれれば問題ないよ。
Haruyuki Inumaru. You can think of me as Sayaka's lover from a past life. That'll tell you everything you need to know.
へえ、前世からの。
Oh, from a past life, huh?
そう、前世からの。なんせさやかと俺の小指は赤い糸でぐるぐるにつながっているんだ。
Yep, that's right. You can tell because our pinkies are bound together by the red string of fate.
あなた面白い。
You're pretty funny.
水木さん、この犬コロは虚言癖の塊だから全スルー推奨で。
Mizuki, you shouldn't believe a word this lying dog tells you. You're better off just ignoring him.
彼、本当のこと言ってると思う？私が言うんだから間違いない。
I don't know. His story seems pretty genuine to me, and I'm pretty good at judging these things. Mizuki smiled brightly. It was hard to tell whether she was serious or just trying to mess with Sayaka. The look in her eyes was plainly that of an evil mastermind, yet her smile was absolutely perfect and beautiful in every way, which somehow made it all the more unsettling.
ところで、なぜあなたは勝手に同席しているの？
So, why are you sitting with us again?
だって、私もみんなとお友達になりたいもん。
Because I was hoping we could be friends.
私たちにあんなことをしておいて、よくもそんな。
After what you did to us, how dare you?
やだ。私だけ仲間外れなの。クラスメートなのに。そういうのっていじめって言うんでしょ。ひどいな。
What? Oh dear, am I being shunned? Your own classmate cruelly excluded from your clique? That's a form of bullying, you know.
そういうつもりじゃなくて、ただ私は。
I didn't mean it that way. I just...
つもりじゃないってことは、悪意なきいじめなの？やだ。そっちのがよっぽどタチ悪い。さやかってそんな子だっけ？
You just what? You bullied me for the hell of it? For no other reason than for your own amusement? That's even worse. I had no idea you were that kind of person, Sayaka. Sayaka's cheeks swelled up bit by bit. They almost looked like you could prick them with a pin and they'd pop wide open.
さやか、こらえて。
Bear with it, Sayaka.
でもなほたん。
But Naho!
私も彼女はいけすかないから気持ちはわかるけれど。
I don't like her any more than you do, believe me.
彼女はあなたたちのクラスメートなのよね。それならあんまり邪険にしてはかわいそうよ。
She is your classmate, though, is she not? In which case, it does seem a bit pitiable for her to get excluded.
愛子さんは話がわかるみたいね。
Seems you've got a good head on your shoulders after all, Aiko.
愛子、あなたどっちの味方なの？
Whose side are you on?
そんなの決まっているでしょ。愚問だわ。
That should be obvious. You needn't even ask.
私はより私のためになりそうな事柄の味方よ。マガリさんと仲良くしておけば礼具関係の話が聞けるかもしれないでしょ。
I'm on the side that will benefit me the most, and if Magari and I have a good relationship with one another, I might just be able to hear a little more about her spirit items.
何より誰かを仲間外れにして飲むお茶はあまり美味しくないでしょうしね。
Besides which, I've always felt that tea never tastes quite as sweet after you've ousted someone from the table.
そうそう。愛子さんの言う通り。
Yes, yes, it's all just as Aiko says.
なんでみんなそんなに仲が悪そうなんだい？
Why are you all being so unfriendly towards one another? Inumaru was clueless, and it would take far too long to explain the situation to him, so I figured it was easier to just ignore him completely. I looked everyone else square in the eye for a second, though, ultimately settling on Sayaka. She was in tears.
さやかが泣くほど嫌がっているなら、答えは一つよね。
If Sayaka is seriously crying, there's no turning back. I have to stand my ground here.
やっぱり水木さんには遠慮してもらう。
I'm sorry, Mizuki, but I really think we're going to have to insist you not join us at our table.
ローナーのお願いを断るってことはさ、バナナオムレットはいらないってことでファイナルアンサーって意味になるのよ。
That's your final answer, then? I hope you're sure about this. Refusing the owner's favor means no banana omelet, you know.
さやかにもシフォンケーキ食べさせてあげない。いいの？
And Sayaka doesn't get to eat her scrumptious chiffon cake either. Can you live with that?
ついでに他の2人が注文したものも全部キャンセル。
I'll be forced to cancel the orders from your other two guests as well, naturally.
ねえ？でもこんなにお腹が空いてるのに。
What? But I'm so hungry.
そんなの知らない。腹ペコなら外でチープなジャンクフードでも詰め込めばいいじゃん。
You think I care? If you're that hungry, go shove some cheap-ass junk food down your face hole outside.
卑怯よ、水木さん。
That's a dick move, Mizuki. I didn't want to be this confrontational, but I didn't see that I had much choice. Besides which, it really was a dick move. We came all the way here, but because we weren't sucking up to the owner, we had to leave without eating anything. That's just unprofessional. It shouldn't have even been an option.
わかった。あなたの同席は許してもいいけれど。
Fine. You want to sit with us? You can sit with us.
本当？
Really now?
ただし、 条件があるわ。
but only on one condition. I wanted to eat these supposedly legendary sweets, but Sayaka was too near and dear for me to just let this go on Mizuki's terms. So I decided to do some bargaining.
あなたが私たちの神経を魚でするようなおかしなことをしでかさないと約束するのなら許可してもいい。
If you can promise you won't do anything to get under our skin, then fine, we'll allow you to sit with us. Mizuki's eyes widened and a grin crept across her face.
おかしなことって例えばこういう
You mean something like this? She moved faster than my eyes could see. Suddenly, she had my arm and was pulling me in close. And then, before I knew it, I was feeling a continuous warm and squishy sensation on my cheek.
ほっぺ
Nao's cheek, her cheek!
まあお熱いこと。
My, how passionate.
すごいなあ。最近の女子ってほっぺにチューのスキンシップくらい普通のことなの？
That's really something. Is it normal for girls today to kiss each other on the cheek?
さやか？
さやかちゃんたら刺激の強い場面を目撃して言葉が出ないのかしらね。
Has the shock of this public display rendered you speechless, Sayaka?
メロハーンも飛び出さないなんて本当にショックなのね。かわいそう。
Personally, I'm shocked you haven't told us that you're melting yet. You poor thing.
それにしてもあなたたちはいつまでそうしているのかしら。
Though, really, how long are you two planning to stay like that? This was around when I finally came back to my senses. Instead of just simple peck on the cheek, Mizuki had been sucking my skin this entire time, and now that this realization had finally dawned on me, I immediately pushed her away.
何をしているの？離れて。
What the hell are you doing? Get away from me!
何をするの？
Yeah!
さえのきさんのほっぺ美味しそうだったから味見。
Your cheek just looks so delicious, I simply had to have a taste. Finally distanced from my cheek, she glared ferociously at me, seemingly sizing me up to determine whether or not I was worthy of remaining in her establishment. Evidently, I'd passed the test, as she finally raised her arm into the air and snapped her fingers, signaling to her butler.
バルド持ってきて。
Bring them here, Waldo.
かしこまりました。
Yes, ma'am. On Mizuki's command, the butler-cum-server arrived with a literal wagon full of sweets. Mizuki stood up, still smiling gleefully, as various plates and teacups were neatly, almost ceremoniously placed in front of each of us.
うわ
Each of us, sorry. Oh my god.
美味しそう。もういいかな？食べていいかな？俺は限界なんだけど。
Whoa, they all look amazing. Is it really okay to start eating? I don't think I can wait any longer.
どうぞ召し上がれ。カフェホルタースのスイーツは皆様に極上のひとときを提供するわよ。
Please go ahead. I give you my personal guarantee that the sweets here at Cafe Horthath will provide you with the ultimate sugary escape.
いっただきまーす。
Sweet! Inamaru wasted no time digging into dish after dish, barely stopping to chew his food before shoveling another forkful into his mouth. Possessed or no, it was a terrifying sight to behold.
うまいよ水木さん。
This is incredible. Just incredible, Mizuki.
お口に合ったようで何より。
I'm glad to hear it suits your taste.
他のみんなもさあ食べて食べて。
Now come on, everyone. Dig in, dig in.
さえのきさんには特別に私の手で食べさせてあげようか。
Ah, Sainoke, would you like me to feed you?
結構よ。
What? No, I'm quite alright.
遠慮しないでよ。親友同士ならそれくらい普通にやるものでしょ。
No need to be so modest. We're bestest buddies, aren't we? And what's a little spoon feeding between besties?
そもそも前提がおかしいわ。一体いつ誰があなたと親友になったのよ。
Whoa, back it up there a sec there. Since when have we been bestest buddies?
なほちゃんったらまた親友候補を作ったの？モテるのね。親友の一人としては心配だわ。
What's that? Has Naho made herself another best friend? Your popularity truly is staggering, you know. As your best friend myself, though, it does concern me a bit.
アイコ、あなたとの親友になったつもりはないわよ。
It's not what I call you either, Aiko.
照れ隠しが上手なのね。なほちゃんったら。
You hide your embarrassment so very skillfully, Naho.
別に照れてなんか。
What embarrassment?
ああ、そっか。さえのきさんのそういう態度って照れ隠しなんだ。ポーカーフェイスだからわかんなかったわ。
Oh, yes, play it off like usual. I know how shy you are deep down. You have a good poker face, though, so it took me quite a while to figure you out.
ああ、もう否定するのも面倒になってきた。
You know, this is starting to get kind of old. I had a splitting headache at this point, and I could think of no better cure for it than vast quantities of sugar. I took my knife and fork and cut off a big piece of my banana omelet, shoving it in my mouth and, well, swishing it around a little to savor it.
すごい。こんなに美味しいスイーツ初めてかもしれない。
Amazing. This may be the finest dessert I've ever had. The sweetness of the soft sponge cake and the richness of the cream melted together in my mouth to create a veritable symphony of flavor. And mixed in with it was the bittersweet banana itself, the crown atop this royal treat.
どうしよう。手が止まらない。
What do I do? My hands won't stop.
でしょ？
Right? Surprisingly, Mizuki's expression had changed to something altogether more innocent than before, as she delightedly ingested spoonfuls of sweet confection. Hers was a parfait topped with a cavalcade of grapes.
我ながら美味しい。マガリンちゃん、天才。
This is so delicious. I truly am a genius.
あなたが作ったわけじゃないでしょ。
It's not like you're the one who made it, though. I held my tongue, better not to stir the pot right now. To help keep me quiet, I shoveled another piece of omelet into my mouth.
本当に美味しい。これは予約必須のお店になるだけあるわ。
I really can't deny the quality of this food. This place definitely warrants its reservation-only nature. My dessert was basically flawless. And though I was very, very full, I just couldn't stop going back for more.
こういうのも一回くらいは悪くないかも。
Every now and again, this really isn't so bad, is it?
お茶とスイーツをお供にして友達と放課後を過ごすの新鮮だわ。私いっつも一緒にいるのはバルトだけだから。
Spending time with friends after school, indulging in tea and sweets. It's kind of a new experience for me. Usually the only person I can count on to be there for me is Waldo.
そう。
Oh,
楽しいからこの席はおごってあげる。みんなどんどん食べてね。
but I'm really having fun here, so everything's on me, meaning you better not hold back.
ごちそうさま。
Thank you very much.
それじゃあお言葉に甘えて。
Well, okay, if you're sure. I have to admit this caught me off guard. I never expected someone like Mizuki to be so amiable. I forked another omelet piece into my mouth, feeling cautiously triumphant. Soon enough, I was not only beyond sated, but happy as well. Looking around, the others seemed to be in high spirits as well, except for Sayaka, who still hadn't even picked up her fork.
さやかどうしたの？
Sayaka, what's wrong?
納得いかない。
I just can't accept this.
なほちゃんの一番の親友は私だよね。
I'm your number one bestest friend of them all, Naho, aren't I? Yeah. Startled by the question, I made the mistake of hesitating in my answer. It wasn't a lie. All anyone had to do was watch the two of us in action, and it was obvious we were as close as friends could be. But Sayaka saw my hesitation as a clear indicator that I was lying. She took it as an implied no, and her self-confidence suddenly fell through the floor.
一番じゃなかったら私なほちゃんの何番目なのかな。
If I'm not number one, then what place am I?
違うのさやか、誤解しないで。もちろん私の一番の親友はさやかよ。
そうに決まってるじゃない。
No, Sayaka, you are absolutely my number one. Honest. I mean, there's not even any contest. You have nothing to worry about.
本
Really?
当？本当よ。だからほら、泣かないで。
Really? So come on. Don't cry.
泣いてないもん。
I'm not crying. I guess she got me there. She wasn't crying, but she looked like a volcano about to erupt. She continued to study my expression for a while, with her vaguely watery saucer eyes.
それじゃあ、次のオフは一緒に猫カフェに行ってくれる？
So, on your next day off, can we go to a cat cafe together?
ええ、もちろん。そんなことでよければ、いくらでも。
Yes, of course. If that's what you want, we can go to all the cat cafes together.
猫カフェに行く前にお揃いの服を買ってその場で着てくれる？
Before that, though, can we go buy matching clothes so we can wear them there together?
ペアルックで遊んでくれるよね。一番の親友だもんね。
We can go as a pair, right? Because I'm your number one friend. Right?
人目につかないところならなんとか可能かもしれないけど、猫カフェはちょっと。
I guess it'd be okay if it were someplace without a lot of people, but to a cat cafe?
お揃い嫌なんだ。
You don't want us to match?
そんなことないわ、さやか。わかった。お揃いにしましょう。ペアルックもたまにはいいかもしれないしね。
No, I didn't say that, Sayaka. Okay, you know what? Let's do it. We'll go in matching in clothes. Dressing as a pair might be kind of a fun change of pace.
愛子さんにやってもらってと。猫カフェで私ともやってくれる？
Also, would you open up and say ah for me there like you did with Aiko? This time I was kind of at a loss for words.
猫カフェなんて人目の多いところでペアルックでさらに
Going as a pair to a popular place like a cat cafe and getting fed by her on top of that, it's just...
何？どういうこと？愛子さんがさえのきさんにあんしたの？
What do you mean by that? Did you really do that with Sayanoke, Aiko?
そうね。ここに来る前に教室でそんなこともした気がするけれど、でももう済んだ話だと思っていたわ。
Oh yes, in the classroom just before coming here, but I've put that whole incident behind me at this point.
さやかちゃんたらそんなに根に持たなくたっていいのに。
I very much hope you don't hold a grudge against me for it, Sayaka.
愛子さんがやったんなら私もあんしたい。さえのきさん、ちょっと口開けて。
If Aiko was able to do it, then I want to do it too. Sayanoke, open your mouth for a sec.
ダメ。これ以上ナホちゃんにちょっかい出そうって言うなら私を倒してからにして。
No, if you're going to lay a finger on Naho from this point on, you're going to have to go through me first.
いいの？
Uh-huh. You sure that's what you want?
待って、話がややこしくなるからさやか以外は黙っていてもらえると助かるんだけど。
Hold it. We're just going in circles here, so everybody who's not Sayaka, please shut your mouth. Sayaka and Mizuki looked like they were about to face off in epic combat, so I decided enough was enough and stepped in to put a stop to it. And in doing so, I realized that the other customers in the establishment had fallen silent as well, and were all staring at us. That wasn't as much of a surprise as it probably should have been, though, given how loud we were being.
さやか、少し落ち着きましょう。ね。
You need to calm down, Sayaka, okay?
落ち着いてるよ。
I am calm!
いいえ、今あなたは頭に血が上っている。ケーキでも食べて落ち着いて。ほら、美味しそうじゃない。
No, you're not. I can tell you're losing your cool. How about you eat some cake to soothe your nerves? See? Doesn't this look good? I tried to divert her focus to one of the chiffon cakes we'd received, but Sayaka just kept her gaze firmly glued to mine. Then she leaned in towards me, the spark of an idea flashing across her face.
なんが嫌なら、水木さんみたいにほっぺチューがしたい。
If you don't want to open up and say ah, then I want to kiss you on the cheek like Mizuki did.
ね、なほちゃん、していいでしょ？
Come on, Naho, that should be fine, right? Sayaka approached me quickly and I instinctively shrank back into my chair a bit.
さやか、お願いだから落ち着いて。
Sayaka, please, get a hold of yourself.
落ち着いてる。なほたんのほっぺは私が消毒してあげる。
I am, and I'm going to disinfect my dear Naho's cheek.
何それ？引き り捨てならないわね。私の唇にケチつけるの。あんたにもチューするわよ。
What was that? Oh, no, no, no. Are you implying that my lips are anything but pure and perfect? Do you need me to kiss you too to prove it?
私はナホタン以外とはチューしないもん。だからナホタンも私以外とはダメ。
I will not kiss anyone but Naho, and Naho can't kiss anyone but me.
さやか、そういうことは大声で叫ばないで。
Sayaka, please, quiet down.
って。
But Naho!
ならこうしましょう。全員がナホちゃんにあんをしてほっぺにキスをすればいいのよ。
I believe I have a solution to this dilemma. How about each one of us in turn beats her and kisses her on the cheek?
そうすれば不公平じゃなくなるでしょ。
Then we'll all be on the same page, you see?
何ですのよ、アイコ。
What is wrong with you, Aiko?
そうですよ、アイコさん。それじゃ意味ないです。
Yeah, if we all do it, then what's the point anymore?
でもさやかちゃん、よく考えてみて。
Well, think about it,
あ
Sayaka.
なたが今悲しい思いをしているのは、私やマガリさんがナホちゃんにちょっかいを出したのに、あなただけが出せていないことが原因でしょ。
The reason you're depressed right now is because Magari and I were able to flirt with Naho in ways you weren't, right?
そうですけど。
Well, yeah, but
でもね、私もマガリさんだけがナホちゃんにキスをしているのはどうかと思うし、マガリさんもナホちゃんにあんがしたいはずなのよ。
and meanwhile, I'm depressed because Magari was able to kiss her, and Magari is depressed because I was able to feed her.
だから全員がナホちゃんにやっていないことを行って、ひとまず不公平感をなくせばいいと思うの。
So if each of us do to Naho now which we haven't done before, we'll have each both kissed and fed her, and the slate will be wiped clean.
そうしたらナホちゃんに特別なことをしたっていう立ち位置の人がいなくなって平和が訪れるはずよ。
And once we've all experienced the joys of intimately flirting with Naho in these two separate ways, peace will finally return to the cafe.
そっか。
Wow, that's brilliant.
私は血みどろ骨肉の争いを繰り広げてもいいんだけど。
Really? I'm totally fine with fighting you guys in cold blood over this if I have to, you know.
でもマガリさん、友人同士は時にこうやってお互いが譲歩し合うことで絆が強くなるものらしいのよ。
But Magadi, occasional compromises are a staple among friends that help make the bonds of friendship stronger. Or so I hear.
そうなの？
Seriously? This entire conversation was raising a lot of questions for me, and not just the obvious ones. Mizuki barely even seemed to know what the word compromise meant. And Aiko seemed to be basing her understanding of it entirely on hearsay. Was it really possible that neither of them had ever actually compromised on something before?
どんな生活を送ってきたのよ。
What kind of life have these two been living?
だからさやかちゃん、あなたはナホちゃんにあんをしてほっぺにキスをしてもいいわ。
So Sayaka, you'll get to feed Naho and kiss her on the cheek.
その代わり私もナホちゃんのほっぺにキスをするわね。
In exchange, I'll get to kiss Naho on the cheek myself.
そしてマガリさんはナホちゃんにあんをする。これで全員平等、一件落着ね。
And Magari will get to feed her. That should make everything equal. And then voila, case closed, right?
なんでそうなるのよ。
Why me?
仕方ないな。今日は友達記念日ってことで特別だよ。それで譲歩してあげる。
Fine. Today's the day I made new friends, so I guess I'll try this compromise thing. But this is a one-time only deal.
わかった。私も愛子さんの意見に乗る。
Okay. I'll go along with this.
さやかまで何を言っているの？
Not you too, Sayaka.
みんなナホちゃんの特別になりたいけど我慢してるんだもんね。大丈夫。私も我慢できるよ。
Everybody wants to be that special someone for you, Naho. But we're all holding back. Still, if I need to sit back and watch others flirt with you, I can do that for the greater good.
さやか、聞いてる？
Are you hearing yourself, Sayaka?
それじゃあナホタン、よろしくお願いします。
Alright, Naho. Ready or not, here I come. Sayaka stood up from her seat and grasped my shoulders with both hands. She had a serious, solemn look in her eyes.
さやか、まずはほっぺチューするね。その後あんしよう。
I'm going to start with a kiss on the cheek, and after that, I want you to open up and say ah for me.
次は私の番ね。さやかちゃんの後ろに並んでおこうかしら。
I'm next then. I should stand in line behind Sayaka.
私も。 が使えてるんだからさやかは早くしてよね。
Me too. Make sure you don't take too long though, Sayaka. Remember, there are other customers waiting. Aiko and Mizuki rose from their seats and queued up behind Sayaka. The actual other customers looked very uncomfortable. They were half watching, half intentionally averting their eyes, and seemingly uncertain which approach was more proper. Thank you for this treat! Sayaka's face slowly approached mine. It was only a kiss on the cheek, but her expression was that of a microsurgeon focusing on a patient. It made me extremely inexplicably nervous.
待って私にも心の準備が。
Wait, I need time to prepare. But I wasn't going to get any. Sayaka was about to bring it in for a landing, and there was no stopping her now.
来るなら
Fine, if you're gonna do this, just do it! Like a warrior preparing to go into battle, I tightly closed my eyes and awaited my destiny.
あ
Inumaru's sudden, unexpected exclamation caused me to jump and seemed to pause Sayaka's advance as well. When I opened my eyes, I could see that Sayaka was not at all happy with her childhood friend.
何よ犬丸今いいところなのに
What the hell, Inumaru? This was my moment!
助かった
Saved by the yell. I breathed this breathless sigh of relief and turned to face Inumaru. He'd been eating his mountain of sweets in silence this whole time, but was now pointing outside the window.
あそこ
Over there! We each followed his finger to the sky. Dyed with the setting sun, the heavens above were a beautiful shade of crimson-infused purple. And there, right where he was pointing, we could see a small distortion in the air.
あれは
That's...
うんスイーツが美味しかったみたいで成仏するって
Yeah, apparently the sweets are so good she's passing on. We'd completely forgotten about the spirit girl with the weak aura. She had an enormous grin on her face and met our gazes with a courteous bow, then disappeared into the sunset. As we left the cafe, the sun was only just peeking out over the distant horizon, growing smaller and dimmer by the moment. We never did find out which particular confection was the one that brought eternal rest to the little girl, but that also wasn't important. All that mattered was she'd moved on.
それじゃあ水木さん今日はごちそうさまどれもとっても美味しかった
Well, Mizuki, thank you for the food today. Everything was absolutely delicious.
どういたしまして
You're very welcome.
お腹いっぱいになったわ。こんなに甘いものばかり食べたら私もプニプニお腹になっちゃうかしら。
I'm fit to burst right now. If I indulged in sweets like that every day, I'd fill out like a beach ball.
しばらく甘いものは控えなくちゃかも
I should probably give up sugary foods for a while.
でもまた食べたくなるくらい美味しかったよ
For me, it was also delicious. I'd eat more anytime.
予約は1年きっかり埋まってるからすぐの来店は無理でしょうね
Reservations are booked a full year in advance, though, so you won't be able to get back in for a while.
そんな
That sucks.
あの子が成仏しちゃうくらい美味しいお店なのに
So tasty it can even pacify spirits.
そんなに褒められると悪い気しないな私の権力で予約をねじ込んであげてもいいよ
You'd better watch out. Praise like that will go to my head. I can probably use my influence to sneak in another reservation for you sometime, if you want.
本
Really?
当その代わりはいチーズ
Really? All I ask in return is, say cheese!
あ
Mizuki's phone produced a sudden flash, and before I knew it, my picture had been taken.
何どういうつもり
What? What are you doing?
今日の記念よいいでしょ
Commemorating the day's events. Nothing wrong with that, right? She spun her phone around to show me the screen, and my face instantly turned red hot. It was a candid shot of me reacting to the sudden flash with a look of total confusion on my face, and it was apparently now her wallpaper.
こんな間抜け顔
What kind of expression even is that?
ずるいナホタン私も撮らせて
Hey, that's not fair. I want a picture of you too, Naho. Come on, let me take one. Ugh,
充電切れてる
my battery's dead.
さやかついてない
Luck is just not on your side today, Sayaka.
いいもん、明日にするから。
That's okay. I'll just take one tomorrow.
でも今日の思い出は今日しか残せないものよ。
But a memento of today's events has to come from today, doesn't it?
さやか、代わりに俺の携帯で撮っておこうか。もちろん俺の携帯はさやかしか映さないから撮影対象はさやかだけど。
Sayaka, would you like me to take one with my phone instead? Naturally, it would have to be a picture of just you, since my phone has eyes for no one else, but still.
それじゃ意味ないでしょ。
There'd be no point in that then.
そんなことないよ。俺が幸せになるよ。
That's not true. I'd be happy.
あんたの幸せなんてどうでもいいし。
I don't give a crap about your happiness.
冷たい。
That's so cold.
もう肝心な時になんて。
Oh, how could this happen at such an important moment? She put away her phone in disappointment, defeated and forlorn. This seemed to have been an oddly rough day for her.
これ以上水木さんといたらさやかによくなさそうね。
I don't think it would be good for Sayaka to spend much more time with Mizuki today.
それじゃあそろそろ帰りましょう。水木さん、またね。
Well, I guess we'll be heading back now. See you around, Mizuki.
バイバイ。
Mizuki waved her hand in an exaggerated motion, then slinked back into the cafe.
なんだかどっと疲れたわ。
What an exhausting day.
同じく。
No fooling.
そう？俺は放課後さやかと過ごせてとっても楽しかったけどな。
You think? I had a lot of fun spending all my after-school hours with you, Sayaka.
犬はお気楽でいいわよね。
Dogs live such easy lives, don't they? Sayaka silently implied, I'm done with you, elicited a wry smile from me. She was clearly too tired to care how her words came across. I actually felt kind of bad for Inamaru, but I couldn't help appreciating Sayaka's current state of mind. Maybe we were just a tad more simpatico than I'd given us credit for.
私も結構楽しかったのだけど、なほちゃんとさやかちゃんは違うのね。残念だわ。
I had a lot of fun, but it seems like you two weren't quite as entertained. How unfortunate.
へえ、新しいレイグを手に入れたわけでもないのに楽しかったの？
Wow, even without getting your hands on any new spirit items, you still managed to have a good time?
悪くはなかったわ。
Certainly not a bad one.
低級霊がいたり、マガリさんに引っかき回されたこともあったけど、親しい人たちとお茶をして放課後を過ごすのは初めてだったもの。
Low-level spirits and goading from Magadi aside, I was able to spend my after-school hours with close friends, and that's something of a first for me.
愛子さん、こういう風に放課後を過ごしたことなかったんですか？
What? You seriously never spent time with friends after school before, Aiko?
ええ、そうなの。
I have not.
でも愛子さん、そんなに美少女なのにどうして？
But Aiko, you're so pretty. How can that be? Sayaka's compliment was met with a slight smile, though it could have just as easily been a pained smile, for all I know, since I'm sure this was dredging up some memories Aiko would have rather not thought about. Sayaka's comment definitely came from a place of pure innocence. However, in her mind, cute girls always drink tea and spend time with their friends after school. It's only natural.
私は普段情報収集で忙しいから、放課後こうして遊ぼうとすることがそもそもないのよ。
I'm usually busy gathering information, and that doesn't leave me with much time to socialize after classes.
それに、霊が見えない一般人と積極的に関わる気も起きないし。
I also rarely come in contact with common folk who can't see spirits. What? Sayaka stopped dead in her tracks. This seemed to shock her a lot more than it should have. Her expression was almost cartoonish. Aiko looked back at her quizzically, tilting her head a bit.
あら、そんなにおかしなことを言ったかしら。
My, did I say something strange?
わかりました、愛子さん。私たち、今日から友達です。
No, I get it now, Aiko. As of today, we're friends.
ねえ、なほちゃん、いいでしょ？愛子さんは私たちの友達。
You're okay with that, right, Naho? We'll both be friends with her.
まあ。
Sure. Given my long turbulent history with Aiko, I wasn't really sold on the idea of counting her amongst my friends now. And my response wasn't exactly brimming with positivity, but I was kind of put on the spot, so I think it was as fair as a response as could be expected. I didn't want to upset Sayaka after all, but the question was, how would Aiko react to this?
私が なほちゃんやさやかちゃんと友達になるの？
I'm going to be friends with both of you then.
ダメですか？
That's right. What do you say?
でも私ご存知の通りとても性格が悪いのよ。
But I'm not exactly friend material, am I?
さやかがいいって言ってるんだからいいんじゃないの？
Sayaka says it's okay, so why not just roll with it?
友達だと思えばもう少し私たちに対するあなたの態度も変わるかもしれないし。
If you can think of us as friends, I'm betting your attitude towards us might change a little too.
それはどうかしら。
We'll see about that. A decidedly dubious statement to make, but she didn't seem to even realize how it might have come across.
私とあなたたちが友達ね。くすぐったいわね。友達。
So, we're actually friends now. That word kind of tickles the tongue, doesn't it? Friends. Friends.
友達ってそう何度も連呼しないで。恥ずかしいでしょ。
Stop saying the word friends. It's embarrassing.
はいはーい。俺もここにいるよ。
Excuse me, what about me? I'm still here, you know.
これは女同士の友情なんだから男はお呼びじゃないの。
We're discussing a friendship among girls. We have no need for boys.
つまりさやかは俺に女の子の友達がいたら焼いてしまうから丹羽さんとは知人以上にはなるなとそう言いたいんだね。
In other words, you'll be jealous if I have other female friends, so you'd rather Niwa and I remain as acquaintances? Is that the gist of it?
あんたってうざい。
You are really getting on my nerves.
やわ
Sayaka's explosive punches were flying pretty furiously today, it seemed. Staring down at the now KO'd Inumaru, she suddenly lit up with the brightest smile I'd seen from her since leaving the cafe.
さてここで提案があります。今日の記念にみんなでプリシャを取るっていうのはどうでしょう？
Now then, I have a proposal. In memory of today's newly built friendship, how about we get ourselves some sticker photos? Okay. Along the bustling street nearby, we found an arcade with a nice shiny row of sticker photo booths inside. I suspected Sayaka may have chosen this particular arcade for a very specific reason, however, as there was a large sign by the door which read, "No men allowed."
ってことで犬丸、男子禁制だからここで待ってて。
Aw, tough break, Inumaru. Guys can't go in, so you'll have to wait here for us.
でいやちょっと待ってよく見ようよ。
What? Wait, hold on. There's fine print, see?
女性が一緒の場合は男性も立ち入り OK ですってほらここに書いてあるよ。
It says men are allowed when accompanied by women. Look, it's written right there.
なほちゃん、あいこさん、行こっか。
Come on, Naho. Aiko, let's go.
あ
We left Inumaru at this entrance despite his attempts to follow us inside, and we headed straight for the sticker photo booths.
ちょっとかわいそうじゃない？
You don't feel a little bad for the poor guy?
いいの。犬丸も入れてプリシャなんて取ったら何に使われるか分かったもんじゃないもの。
Nah, if Inumaru were in the shot, who knows what he'd do with those stickers?
きっちりあるわね。
That's a good point, actually. Aiko provided no argument either, so we all just shrugged off Inumaru's misfortune, and I stepped up into one of the few booths that was unoccupied, signaling the other two to follow.
これで取ろうか。
How's this one look?
あいこさん、こっちです。入ってきてください。
Works for me. Over here, Aiko. Enter at will.
随分と眩しいのね。
It's quite bright in here. Aiko was mesmerized by the booth, squinting as she looked over the lights along the screen.
あいこさん、プリシャは初めてですか？
Is this your first time taking one of these, Aiko?
ええ。知識としては理解しているつもりだけれど。
Yes, though I certainly understand the concept and functionality, of course.
じゃあ注意事項を一つ。映るときはモニターじゃなくて上にあるカメラに目線を合わせてくださいね。
Okay, then I'll only give you one expert level piece of advice. When taking a sticker photo, always make sure you're looking at the camera, not the screen.
わかったわ。
Alright. Aiko nodded, though her movement felt calculated and stiff. She was clearly very nervous.
そういえば私も初めてプリシャを撮ったのはさやかとだっけ。最初は緊張するのよね。
Come to think of it, the first time I took a sticker photo was also with Sayaka, huh? First time is always kind of nerve-wracking.
綺麗に撮れたら友達記念って書きましょうね。
Once we've picked our shot, let's write Friends Forever on it.
なほちゃんとも初めて撮った時はそう書いたんですよ。ね、なほたん。
We wrote that back when the two of us took our first photo too, right, Nahotan?
ええ。
That's right.
そう
Aiko's quick response felt hollow and forced. She was still stiff as a board, like her spirit had been left behind somewhere. In a way, her awkward hesitation had a certain charm to it. It proved that she was being genuine, that she was human.
せっかくですし、3人で抱き合ったりとかして写りませんか？
How about we group hug in the picture? I mean, we might as well.
ええ
Okay.
背景はどうしようか。
What background should we use?
なほたんのお好みで。
I don't know, you pick.
了
Okay.
解。
Got it. I made a few quick selections, then the background behind Aiko changed. She must not have known about that part. It was actually kind of funny.
それじゃあ撮るよ。
Okay, here we go.
愛子さん、早くもっとこっち。
Right. Oh, Aiko, come closer, hurry. 3, 2, 1. After several flashes and clicks, an image of us was displayed on the monitor. In it, Sayaka and I were hugging, but Aiko was standing behind us with a furtive look in her eyes.
愛子さん、なんで抱きついてくれなかったんですか？
Aw, Aiko, why weren't you embracing us?
あそうだったわねうっかりしていたわ
Oh, you're right. I completely forgot.
緊張したんでしょ。
You were nervous, weren't you?
そういうわけじゃないのよ
Of course not. Aiko's mouth said no, but her blood-red cheeks said otherwise. This was the first time I'd ever seen Aiko flustered.
もう一回撮り直しましょうか？
Why don't we take one more?
いいえこれでいいわ等身大の私たちという感じで面白いじゃない
No, I like this one. I think it shows our true natures. Plus, it's kind of funny, don't you think? Aiko touched the monitor with her fingers and laughed.
じゃあ、今日はこれくらいにしておきましょうか。
Alright, let's call it a day here then. Okay.
水木さん、これを見たら悔しがるかな？
I wonder if this would make Mizuki jealous.
それが目的だったの？
Is that what you were after all along?
違うよ。あくまで目的は愛子さんと友達になった記念。
Of course not. It was to commemorate the forming of our friendship with Aiko. Sayaka spun gleefully in place and held one hand out to Aiko.
愛子さんとは最初の出会いがあまり良くなかったけど、でも根はそんなに悪い人じゃないと思うから。
At first, we didn't get along too well, but I get the feeling that deep down, where it counts, you're not such a bad person after all.
これからいい友達になってくれたら嬉しいです。よろしくお願いします。
I hope we can be the bestest of buds from here on out. To our new friendship.
この子のこういうところが好き。
This is what I like about this girl. I'd always had a tendency to either be way too blunt or way too familiar with people, bringing them down to my level without even realizing it. But on numerous occasions, I truly felt like Sayaka had saved me from myself.
よろしくねさやかちゃんそれからなほちゃんも
To our new friendship, Sayaka, and to you, Naho. Aiko shook hands with Sayaka and smiled at me.
よろしく。
Yeah. Cold and blunt as usual. But I could feel the red spreading across my face, and I was certain Sayaka and Aiko knew how I felt regardless. Naho's face turning red, and Sayaka smiling gleefully. Two beautiful, endlessly expressive images, gone forever.
夢のような一日だったわ
That day almost feels like a dream now. The funny thing is, nothing of note had really even happened. We just ate a whole lot of sweets, talked for a long time, and took sticker photos. All told, we'd only spent a few hours with each other. Just a few wild hours messing around after school one day.
だけどもう二度とあの時間は戻ってこない
But those days are never coming back. Naho and Sayaka were now dead, and their deaths triggered an intense despair, hatred, and sheer insanity within Haruyuki, all of which was directed squarely at me.
あの日は確かに笑い合っていたのに
That day, we were all laughing together. Where had things gone wrong? Somewhere along the line, somebody must have made some kind of mistake. But who?
私がせい
Is it my fault?
許さない、許さない、絶対に許さない。
Cannot forgive, we'll never forgive! I had to apologize, both to the girls who'd already died and to the person who had gone mad right in front of my eyes. So... couldn't even get the whole word out. The sheer depths of his rage bore into my skull, and out I went, like a light. X, Chapter 4, Memories Like Beautiful Dreams end. So did he knock her out? Because obviously she was still alive. He wasn't trying to kill her, he just wanted to hit her really hard and she got knocked out, I guess. Soulful testimony from Ayano Yamamoto has been unlocked. New Encyclopedia Obscura entries have been unlocked. Sayaka Ue, Kokubiki, Naho Sainoke, Shugu Taguchi. I think it was Ayano Yamamoto had just said, so...
皆さん、プレイお疲れ様でした。さえのきなほ役の山本彩乃です。いやー、コープスパーティー、ブラッドドライブ、ついに発売になり、クリアしたんですね。どうでしたか？もう、ブラッドカバーリピーティッドフィギュアからは、
I haven't quite beat it yet.
しまして、この4というのは何か意味があるのかなと思いながら収録に臨みました。だってほら、幸せの幸子さんじゃないですか。うふふなんつってまあね、そうなんかお話的にはね、おーという感じですが、そのナホとさやかのやりとりはほんといつ見てもこうラブラブで羨ましいカップルだなと思いつつ、私はさやかちゃんの彼氏役ができてよかったです。楽しかったです。まあね、こういう怖いゲームをプレイした後は夜おトイレとかお風呂で頭洗ってたら背後が気になるなとか怖い思いをすると思いますが、怖いなって思った時はいるんだよ。気をつけてね。それではまたプレイしてください。ありがとうございました。山本彩乃でした。
Thanks for that. Really, really reassuring. Sayaka Ude works as a talent in modeling and in radio, and is best friends with Naho. Naho only ever shows her true colors to Sayaka, and Sayaka seems to be the only person she implicitly entrusts. Because of this, when Naho goes to Heavenly Host in order to rescue Mr. Kubiki, Sayaka is more than willing to tag along. Yet didn't end well for her. Kokubiki, an occult novelist, reporter, and mentor to Naho, travels to Heavenly Host with his cameraman Taguchi on Naho's intel, but is sadly killed there by the pursuant Naho herself. Naho Sainoke. In a twisted bid to help her mentor and crush, Kokubiki, Naho spreads the Sachiko and the Ever After charm across the internet. Though not a bad person deep down, her feelings for Mr. Kubiki caused her to make terrible decisions, including one that ultimately gets herself, her friend Sayaka, and even Mr. Kubiki killed. Shogo Taguchi. A cameraman who assists Kokubiki in his research, accompanies him to Heavenly Host and captures various horrors on camera, including raw footage of Seiko's death. That's right, he did. Alright, so that was chapter 6 and extra chapter 4. I'm so sorry about all the interruptions and my reading issues. I hope you enjoyed this chapter, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.